Agree with this? Maybe in the 21st century, he might have had derailed his career, came back, fell off, came back one more time. But boy, he might be the king of what might have been.
Josh Hamilton.
Correct.
Boom.
So those are the guys who were first to 20 home runs. 2011 all the way up to this year, as Kyle Schwarber did do it last night.
All right, I got to find out. 2020, who won?
Did Ozuna, did he win two parts of the Triple Crown?
I think he did. I think he won average in RBI. Voit led with 22.
Total for the year?
Total for the year.
Okay.
Marcell Ozuna had 18. Jose Abreu had 19. Wow, this list is wild. Adam Duvall finished 7th. Hey, guess who had 17 and finished 4th? Fernando Tatis.
Yeah, well, he ain't got one now. He's struggling to replace him.
That is Luke Voit. Wow. That's I vaguely remember that.
Mark
I think
Trumbo,
I put the what year was that?
2016. Hadn't thought about him in a very long time.
I would never have landed on Mark Trumbo, even if you gave me the hint of trombone. That still would have not happened at all. This is going to be a fun one. I can't wait to see what happens with Braves and Red Sox game 2. You know what? Walt said it. Bobby Cox said it. Everybody said it. Just win series and be good to go. For David Holloway and Chris Thames behind the glass, he's Chris Domino, and I'm Barrett Sully. Ford Leadoff Show across the Braves Radio Network. Coming your way right after this.
This is 680 Game Day. This 2026 Braves team is proving that you can't miss a single pitch.
3-1 to Olsen. And he lets it fly. High and deep to right field. Chop house bound. 3-0 Braves.
Be here from first pitch to the final out when you stream Braves baseball for free on the 680 The Fan app.
Man, he put some hate into that swing.
It's free and compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can stream every pitch on the go, exclusively from the home of the Braves.
680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, live on YouTube and streaming on the Fan app.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles are in a place on our front line.
Zach means business about his bike shop business, so he opened a free business checking account with Mid-Florida, who gave him $300. Guess his financial worries have rolled on out. Mid-Florida Credit Union, insured by NCUA, 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 6 months.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack.
Put $300 in your pocket when you sign up for a new free business checking account with Mid-Florida Credit Union. No big bank bull. 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 6 months. Insured by NCUA.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
If you work in university maintenance, Grainger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Grainger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more, and all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, visit Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All day. Blue Moon Brewery and Grill, inside the Battery Atlanta. Celebrate responsibly.
Dry, itchy, burning, my dry eye over and over. And over-the-counter drops only put pause on my symptoms. My eye doctor explained the root was inflammation. Xiidra was made for that. Twice-daily Xiidra actually targets inflammation.
Xiidra, Lifitegrast Ophthalmic Solution 5%, treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if allergic to Xiidra and seek medical help if needed. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort, blurred vision, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. Before using Xiidra, remove contact lenses and wait 15 minutes before reinserting. For more info, talk to your eye doctor. Call 1-800-553-5340 or visit Xiidra.com.
It's time for Atlanta Braves baseball.
As a drive is sent to right field, what do you say, Ben Ingram? Look out, Chop House, gone.
Braves baseball is on deck, and it starts every night on the Ford Leadoff Show. It's all presented by your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Murphy swings at the first pitch, blasted deep to left, hit a megaton, a 3-run home run, and the Braves take a commanding 7-3 lead in the 8th.
We'll have the latest from the Braves clubhouse, a full breakdown of today's game, and an exclusive chat with manager Walt Weiss before the Braves take the field. Now, live from Truist Park, it's the Ford Leadoff Show on the Braves Radio Network.
Welcome in to the Truist Studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Sallee and Chris Domino with you. We're getting you ready for Game 2. Braves look to win the series. 7:15 first pitch between the Braves and Red Sox. Peyton Tolley on the mound for the Red Sox. Bryce Elder for the Braves. We'll have all kinds of stuff. We'll have lineups. We'll have pitching matchups. We'll have keys to the game. We'll have everything for you over the course of the show. But before we get into it, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
All right, before we get into actual baseball, if you're in the Battery, if you're around the Battery, you're going to see a lot of fire trucks around. Don't worry about it. We checked on it. They're checking on a faulty sign. Everything is fine. But if you do see a bunch of fire trucks, if you're coming to the game, you might add a little bit of extra time just to make sure everything is okay. But Chris, last night, the Braves were on fire because what happened with Yaz in the 10th inning, it just sort of it capped off what was a very fun night with Drake, left-handed home run, Michael Harris II, another home run off a lefty, Didier Fuentes just coming in the 10th and throwing gas, and then Yaz coming in and having one of the most dramatic moments we've seen this year.
It was interesting because I think Didier Fuentes was probably going to be looked at as being a longer guy today or tomorrow if necessary, but the opportunity arose because you gave up a run in the 7th. You didn't score in 9 outs, 3 innings worth. Again, they've slowed down a little bit offensively, no doubt about it. But the Red Sox, 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position, had 3 guys thrown out on the base path. Santa Leon said, hey, I'm going to announce my presence. Also, the bat looks a little bit better than maybe people thought it was going to be. He's going to get another opportunity tonight to be behind the plate, and that's kind of interesting on top of everything else. Bryce Elder needs to know that today they're probably a little bit short in the bullpen. Can you? And I think he is ready to do that. I do think you might see him go a little bit longer. We've seen him taken out with 4 2/3. I think it might have been 5 1/3 as well one time where he got taken out in the middle of an inning. I don't think they want to do that. He's earned the right to get himself out of trouble. I think there's a want and maybe even a need for him to clean inning, hopefully at least 6. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case. Keep an offense that's down. But the other part of this whole thing is, at the end of the day, we talked about 1-run games and we talk about close and late. We talked about, is my guy better than your guy? Well, my guy has to be better than your guy. Mike Yastrzemski ends up being, the double bubble bucket guy and the water on him and seeds thrown at him and everything else. But what I like about him is he's a 35-year-old guy who had 2 opportunities to lay down a bunt in the 10th to get Kim over and didn't do it. Now, the good news is he regrouped. For a guy who doesn't get a ton of at-bats and a guy who was scuffling until really recently, for him to settle himself down and have the at-bat he had, to get the base hit that he had after not getting 2 down, where I'm sure he's beating himself up a little bit, that was a really good at-bat. It turned into a really good at-bat. It was actually a lousy
I was going to say it was bad at first.
That was a lousy at-bat until it turned into a really good at-bat, and he ends up being a guy that they celebrate at the end of the night.
Yeah, and then that was real, where he said he was disappointed in himself for not laying a bunt down. that is something that he's asked to do. He's a veteran. He knows that he has to accomplish whatever his job is, but it all seemed to work out. Did you hear Walt Weiss kind of get on Vanderbilt a little bit after the game? He said, hey, well, I can't believe you didn't get a bunt down, Mike. That's all you Vanderbilt guys do. So if you're a Vandy fan, Walt Weiss is kind of taking shots at you.
Well, listen, everybody's in a good mood when you win a game like that. And you're going to get ready for game 2, and really nice weather here at the Battery today. And the Boston Red Sox are struggling. I can tell you, I just found a number that was interesting. I thought the Braves might have been a little bit better. The Washington Nationals actually, first inning runs per game, I would have had no idea. The Nationals are the closest to averaging 1 run an inning in the first inning. They're 0.87. The Braves are 0.49. It's one of the few things in baseball they don't do well. They're 18th, tied with the Dodgers, as a matter of fact. Then you look down to Boston, 0.20. Fifth of a run on average in the first inning. That's one of the reasons why they struggle. They can't find it here. They can't find it there. You had opportunities last night with, again, 10 times with runners in scoring position, not cash in and get thrown out 3 times on a base pass. That's a really bad night. Chad Tracy had to explain, well, I like our aggressiveness. As Red Sox fans stew in the idea that they really can't do much right now except throw a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, they got a couple of guys in the mound. You saw one last night. He bowed up in a full building last night against the best team in baseball. Connolly Early had himself a moment.
Yeah.
Tolley's going to be the guy that gets a chance now tonight as I think a 23-year-old.
Yes.
Maybe 24-year-old.
23.
Okay. So they're going to go 24-23 in back-to-back nights. They're going to see if Tolley can do what Early did last night.
And we'll introduce you to him a little bit later in the show. You mentioned Sandy Leon. Sandy Leon throwing 2 guys out. It was perfect. And then on top of that, I think it gave Walt Weiss maybe a little bit more confidence, because he said yesterday when the lineup came out that he is going to try to find ways to get Drake Baldwin off his feet, to get him some half days is what Walt tends to call them. Designated hitter, 2 straight days for Drake Baldwin. If Sandy Leon's going to be not just capable, but a strength, a big time strength behind the plate with his arm, you know, he can handle pitchers. He's done that. That's why he's still in the league at this point. But if he can provide that sort of weapon, then you might see him in the starting lineup quite a little bit more than maybe you expected when they re-signed him and brought him up to the major league club.
And maybe a little bit of offense. One of the things that you got to look for, though, if he gets on base in a tight game, what are you going to do with him running the bases? Well, you do the pinch run thing, pull Drake out of the DH spot, put him behind the plate, play without a catcher the rest of the way. That might be something, because I do know this. It was proven again last night. When you have an opportunity to win the game, Didier Fuentes, who was probably not supposed to pitch, he was supposed to wait till today or tomorrow to be a little bit of a long guy. 3 innings his last time out. Well, you used him last night. You won a baseball game, and now, as we said, Bryce Elder knows he's got a little bit more burden on him. But Sandy Leon, you know, there is something to the idea that he just keeps showing up. You know, is he back? Yeah, he's back. Where'd they find him? Oh, he was no, he's in Mexico.
He's Jake Taylor for Major League.
I said, excuse me? And again, it kind of looked like a kid's chest protector on him. I'm assuming that's what he wants. Maybe he moves around a little bit easier, but I said there's a lot of open space around there.
He went to Tolleson Park and got one from Smyrna Little League.
I hope he doesn't, you know, these foul balls, they come back and they'll nip you. He didn't have much of a chest protector on, but again, good enough behind the plate last night and swung the bat a little bit, where I agree with you. If we're going to do this Drake Baldwin, I don't want him to catch a lot. It's going to be 90 degrees, whatever the heck it is today and tomorrow. Give him an opportunity to just swing the bat 4 times.
Yeah, and he's done a great job. I mean, he's had 2 hits in his 4 games so far. I mean, he's batting .500, and he's played more than 1 game, so you know it's just not a 1 for 2. So you know, we'll see if Sandy can provide a little bit more offense, and he is in the lineup like we talked about before.
Upbeat too, you know, and everybody said he knows the opponent. This is coming from somebody I spoke to yesterday or the day before. He knows the opponent as well as anybody that you'll find who does that job. So he goes in with a bank of knowledge. What's going on with them? How do we actually end? The ability to settle down a pitcher, figure out when does he need it between innings? When should I go out? When do I take the infamous half step out? How do I get him to slow down or speed up? This guy's been around the block about 9 different times. So they do like the idea that there are still a couple of guys on the staff, CJR Ritchie and maybe a couple of others, maybe even including Bryce.
I was going to say maybe Bryce.
You want to keep them in a rhythm that's really comfortable for them. Controlling the game as a catcher is still a thing.
Yeah, and with Ritchie, he threw to Sandy Leon basically all year last year in Gwinnett. I mean, Sandy Leon has done a great job with the young pitchers, including Hurston Waldrop when he came up last year. So it's great to have him behind the plate, and his arm, man, he looked good. Before we get to lineups and before we take a break, let's catch up with Walt Weiss. He sat down with Ben Ingram earlier today. Here is that Walt Weiss report.
Before the Braves take the field, we chat with Braves manager Walt Weiss for the latest on today's game. Driven by Akins and Winder. See all their great deals at AkinsFord.com.
Time once again for the Walt Weiss Report here on the Braves Radio Network. And Walt, a great win last night. And another example of another night, another game, and a different hero for your club. That's just a great thing for your ball club.
It is, and that's what it takes, right? I mean, to get off to the start we have, it takes everybody, and that's what it's been. And it's nice to see Yaz swinging the bat and all his work paying off. And, it's been great because we're getting contributions from everybody.
Yeah, it's a good identity for your ball club. I'll tell you something else last night that maybe kind of went unnoticed, at least later, once we saw the heroics of Yastrzemski, was the two runners that Sandy caught stealing, especially Rafaela there in the fifth inning. Two little things, but ended up being big things, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And, you can make a case for, that helped us win a game, certainly did. Anytime you get outs on the bases, it can change an inning and ultimately even change a game. And Sandy throws two guys out, and we pick a guy off first base. Spencer does. That's 3 outs we got on the bases. So, in a game that you end up going extra innings in, it could have been a difference.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see Matt Olson in the lineup tonight. Looked like you favored his elbow on a swing late last night. Was he a little sore?
You know what? He says he does that from time to time on a swing and a miss or maybe a check swing where he hyperextends the elbow a little bit. So it was nothing serious. It's just, like he said, from time to time it happens and it kind of comes and goes. But, no issues there for Matt.
Oh, yeah, all right, good news. We've talked a lot about great pitching, and when other teams think of the Braves and face your team, they're probably thinking, okay, Chris Sale, Spencer Strider, and they're great, obviously. But, hey, it's your next guy, Elder, with the best ERA in the league right now. He's been on another level this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, good for him too, man. I mean, he's done all the work. He's looked under every stone. I mean, he's another one. It's paying off, and he's made some tweaks with his delivery, with the pitch mix, and Hefner and JP Martinez have helped him with some of that stuff. So, and he's always had the mentality, right? You can never tell if Bryce was struggling or dealing. He's always the same guy, and so that's going to serve him well over the course of his career, and it already has. But it's great to see him throwing the ball like he is.
Yeah, excited to see him tonight. One last question. We saw Peyton Tolley, the Red Sox starter, back at spring training. Do you remember much about him at all?
Yeah, I do. Big left-hander with it's big power. This is a good arm we're going to see tonight. So we'll have our work cut out for us, but just try to keep passing the baton, keep it moving, and get in that bullpen.
All right, fun one last night. Looking forward to tonight's game. Walt, as always, thanks so much for the time.
All right, thank you, Ben.
This has been the Walt Weiss Report on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks, Skip. We've got even more Braves coverage on the way as the Ford Leadoff Show continues next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Thanks to you, Akins Ford & Winder was America's #1 retail volume Ford dealer last year, and we're not letting up. Hi, this is Brad Akins, and we appreciate everyone who helped get us to the top. So at Akins Ford, we'll continue to bring you the best prices on the largest selection of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. No games, no gimmicks. So the next time you're ready to buy, come see us at Akins Ford & Winder or visit us at AkinsFord.com. Claim based off Ford's 2025 retail sales report. Akins, we're closer, bigger, and sell more Fords than you think.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. Get It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, pricing valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
All value games at Truist Park get you $15 tickets, $10 parking, food and beverage offers, and more. Learn more at Braves.com/value.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit georgiapower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice-cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Are you passionate about healthcare? South College offers a Bachelor of Science or an Associate of Science in Nursing program that could be your path to making a real difference. And after completing your program, you'll be eligible to take the NCLEX RN exam. South College offers modern nursing labs, simulation labs with viewing rooms, computer labs, student center study areas, and more. Visit south.edu today to learn more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus. South College, where dreams find direction.
Jeff Francoeur only appears on one radio station in Atlanta. Get the latest on the Braves and the biggest MLB headlines every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan and The Fan app.
Braves country is Bronco country. You're listening to the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Saddle up for all your on or off-road adventures in a new Ford Bronco Sport. Learn more at Ford.com.
Welcome back to the Ford Leadoff Show. Barrett Salee and Chris Domino with you. Big crowd gathering for Braves and Red Sox. Braves looking to win the series. 7:15 first pitch across the street at Truist Park. When we get there, you'll get these lineups. For the Red Sox, leading off in left field is Jarren Duran. Batting second, the catcher, Mickey Gasper. Batting third and playing right field is Wilyer Abreu. Batting fourth, veteran first baseman Wilson Contreras. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Marcelo Meyer. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Andrew Monasterio. And batting ninth, the third baseman, Caleb Durbin. And they'll be behind pitcher Peyton Tolley. For the Braves, leading off, the designated hitter, Drake Baldwin. Batting second, the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Batting third, playing first base, is Matt Olson. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Austin Riley. Batting fifth, playing left field, is Mauricio Dubon. Batting sixth in center field is Michael Harris II. Ha-Sung Kim gets another start at short, and he'll bat seventh. Batting eighth, the catcher, Sandy Leon, and batting ninth, the right fielder, Jose Azocar. And like we said, they will be behind Bryce Elder. So for the Braves, a mini panic was set last night, Chris, when there was video of Matt Olson maybe hurting his elbow a little bit on one of his swings, but it's nothing to be worried about, so says Walt Weiss.
Well, the trainers did not even come to Walt Weiss. As far as we know, there was a conversation about it. Matt Olson did say there have been a couple of times swing and a miss. I feel something. I shake it off. It's a telltale, horrible sign when it's a guy on the mound. That was not the case, and he's in the starting lineup today, so hopefully everything is good. But he did say it does happen, or it's happened to him at least a few times. So that is on the record that he is fine and he will start tonight.
He is in there. No worries about Matt. Of course, Matt's in the lineup. Matt's always in the lineup, but he has done that before. I think it was in L.A. Where there was a swing where he kind of looked like he was a little uncomfortable, but nothing to be worried about. Really nothing to be worried about with this lineup, aside from Mickey Gasper, who had a pretty solid day yesterday. But I mean, the Red Sox lineup is it's brutal in terms of where these players are. Jarren Duran in no way, on no planet, should Jarren Duran be batting 174. He is not that kind of player. You know, Wilson Contreras is getting the home runs, but 245 is not going to cut it. The guy who's living up to the back of the baseball card, or at least close to it, is Wilyer Abreu. But, I mean, man, this, you wonder what the Red Sox problems are. There are a lot.
Trevor Story's now on the IL officially. He had not been, hitting it all. And look, we gave you the numbers. They're as bad as anybody in baseball scoring to start a game. 1/5 of a run, 0.20 runs per first inning, 11 home runs at home in Fenway Park. So yeah, it's a crap show right now, and a lot of people are angry about it. They're asking guys like early last night, totally tonight, to just be better than they're supposed to be age-wise, to take on more responsibility than they're supposed to. I'll give credit to early last night. You give up a couple of solos, man. The world's supposed to be able to live with that. You're supposed to be able to, help support a guy like that. They weren't able to. We'll see what Tola can do tonight. Keeping the ball in the ballpark. The Atlanta Braves have a decided edge over Boston so far this year in that home run tally. See if you can keep it going. So far, it's 2-1 in the series. I mentioned 2-1 to 3-1 in the series for the 3 days really will serve you well. That means they didn't get off. You hit your share of home runs, and it's just easier to win that way when you do.
Yeah, Drake Baldwin, a home run in the first off a left-handed pitcher. 6 of his 12 home runs this year have come off of lefties. He's batting .329 in 80 total appearances against left-handed pitchers, a .1027 OPS. So if you're wondering why Drake has been great this year, it's part of the reason is because he's been feasting on lefties as well as righties.
Yeah, we want to remind everybody, Grant Holmes gets a start tomorrow, but Martin Perez is going to get the start Monday down in Miami, in case we're looking ahead a little bit at what's going on. And I think there's, it's funny because there were a lot of people, I think, that got caught up in the J.R. Ritchie last year in AAA with Sandy Leon. Sandy Leon caught him one time last year in AAA. That was it. Yeah. So it was crazy that you just go, okay, maybe that's why he's catching him. And you go, oh, they must have been together there. And they weren't. One outing for J.R. Ritchie last year in AAA had Leon behind the plate. Leon again. If Sean Murphy's not going to be around, Heim is already gone. Where are you going to go? The fact that they went to the Mexican League to not play, you're not bringing a guy into a team that's terrible. You're bringing to the best team in baseball, and you're going back to a well that you're familiar with, but you did it. This whole story about him being in the Mexican League almost sounds fake.
It does.
Like, it really sounds fake, because that's not something that you do to put a guy on a 26-man roster that's the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
It just doesn't even seem possible.
Well, and what's crazier is that, I mean, he wasn't there for very long, because the Braves released him, it was probably like a month ago, maybe even earlier than that.
And just wanted to keep playing.
Just go to Mexico, spend a couple days in Cancun or wherever, and come back.
Throw 2 guys out, have a chance on the third, come up with a couple of knocks, and all of a sudden now you go, yeah, hey, fellas, I'm back. Let's get this thing going.
Well, catching back-to-back days, give that guy Drake Baldwin a little day off and let him keep raking. So it's and getting back to Martin Perez in the pitch, I write down everything with a pencil in terms of the pitching staff with Walt Weiss. He did say that Martin Perez is going to start Monday in Miami. I still I don't, when it comes to Martin Perez, Grant Holmes, some of those guys, I'm like, okay, let's see what happens.
The Fuentes thing last night does make it interesting. Martin Perez would seem to be your long guy if you needed a long guy today. And then you just find another starter on Monday. So, yeah, maybe something to keep in mind, as we know the bullpen will be a little bit short today.
It's going to be interesting. There's no doubt about that. Braves and Red Sox, they're on deck, and it's brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. This is the Ford Leadoff Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
AutoZone. Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Got any markdowns on oil?
We've got many markdowns on oil.
How about on that new STP Any Mileage?
You'll save $5 when you buy 5 quarts of STP Any Mileage with an oil filter and get up to 5,000 miles of protection.
Heck of a markdown for quite a lot of miles.
At AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Braves country is Bronco country. This is Michael Ayers II. On or off-road, there's a lot of great and exciting places to check out. And the best way to do it is in the powerful, off-road ready Ford Bronco. See you out there.
For great offers on a new Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport SUV, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
A Braves game day is about great fans and great food. And the original Louisiana hot sauce makes everything you eat at the ballpark hit like a home run in your mouth. Our
peppery kick and a pinch of tang bring out the best in whatever you're eating between innings. Wings, dogs, nachos, chicken tenders. A splash of Bayou flavor brings every bite up a notch. So while the Braves go for the win on game day, you can win at game day eating with the original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
The Braves have over 20 gate giveaways this season, from bobbleheads to wearables. See them all at Braves.com/promos.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, make the right call. I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm based right here in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area.
Right one.
We'll get you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time.
Right two.
And our team is with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team.
Right three.
Make the right call. Call Ken.com. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
NFS Region PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey everyone, want to hear an amazing stat I learned from my doctor at Peachtree Orthopedics? He told me 90% of their patients get better without surgery. Once I heard that, my worries totally went away. I got the right diagnosis, followed by the recovery protocol with a little PT, and the next thing I knew, I was better. I can't believe I put it off as long as I did. I promise they have the right program for you too. Simple steps so you can get better. Call now to make an appointment or visit PeachtreeOrthopedics.com.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Kroll, from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
We're breaking down today's game on the Ford Leadoff Show. Brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Welcome back. We're rolling along here on the Ford Leadoff Show. Barrett Sallee, Chris Domino with you. We'll preview the pitching matchup coming up on the other side of the break. But I was surprised, Chris, this Braves team, this was their third extra inning game. Felt like it was more than that. This is their first win in extra innings for a team that's been good at everything. Last night did mean a lot because you haven't been in that situation before. Another box checked on the 2026 Braves checklist.
Red Sox are 0-2 on the road in extra innings this year. We also mentioned their problems in the first inning. I dug a little bit deeper. Boy, this number. Their on-base percentage in the first inning is 136. They got a leadoff walk last night. And it still sits at 136. That's in the first inning where you have, let's see, your best hitters having an opportunity to do some damage. They don't do it. I'll give credit to Connolly early, too. He's a young guy, 24 years old. He made his nice start last night. And I think I misspoke before. I said 3 guys thrown out. Excuse me. It was 2 thrown out and a pickoff.
A pickoff, yeah.
Strider was the guy that got the other guy. Let me give credit where credit is due. If he adds that to his arsenal, fantastic. Let that be part of the game going forward. That's just an easy out. They made 3 outs on a base pass yesterday. They had a successful stolen base attempt, but it was 3 guys. 2 popped on a steal, 1 popped on a pickoff, and you're just not a good enough offensive team to have that happen. I get why you want to be aggressive. We have to create runs. But on a night like that, that manager's got to sit in that office, and he's got to explain. You had a 24-out night, and you're not good enough to have 27 outs right now offensively. Yeah. You didn't create anything for yourself. And again, one more time, they were 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. The Braves did not pay the price, going 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position last night.
And it was nice to see Spencer Strider do what he did because, one bad outing in Colorado, another solid outing against the Dodgers. This one was, I think, important because he found a way to be an effective pitcher despite the fact that his velocity did drop. Remember, Walt Weiss, after the last start, said it was nice to see his velocity where it was in the 6th inning, which was like 96, 97. It did drop to 94, 95 toward the 5th and 6th inning, but he still found ways to get the job done. And, one thing we've talked about a lot, what does this version of Spencer Strider look like? Is he a more complete pitcher? It certainly looks like he is way more comfortable with all 3 of his pitches rather than knowing he's just got 100 in his back pocket.
Well, picking a guy off and having a couple of guys plucked off the base pass makes the night a little bit easier as well. So, Yeah, look, whatever his arsenal is, it's what his arsenal is. And might there be ups and might there be bigger numbers, radar guns? Yeah. The other thing, we don't even talk about this. I honestly believe that some radar guns might be a little bit hotter than others. 1 mile an hour, if you're talking about throwing 98 versus throwing 96 to 97, I don't know how accurate these things are. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means. They tell me that a home run that looked like it went 470 feet went 422 feet. So am I just to believe that every gun in baseball is the same? I don't think it is. To me, whatever it is that he needs, does he have it to wipe a guy out? And there were certain guys, by the way, guys who had 7th, 8th, and 9th in this game, you can get away with a little bit less. Go find the good hitters, the leadoff hitters, the 2s, the 3s, some of the 4s. You might not get away with only having 96, but there are outs in the lineup at 96.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves. I know that they could hit it coming like a jet engine as long as it's straight. Yeah, not everybody can. That's one of the most I know turning on 96 is what got you here to the major leagues. Let's not kid ourselves that every guy is the same when it comes to the at-bats against guys who throw 96.
Yeah, but the difference between 95 and 97, it looks pretty similar. It's still very fast, but, I think Strider having the ability to, work his off-speed stuff in is nice to see. Oh. It is nice to see.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Look, if that becomes, let's just call it his bread and butter compared to having the 98, 99 mile an hour fastball, good. Make it your bread and butter.
Yeah.
Figure out how to throw it, counts that you want to, get guys a little bit ahead. Look, what is it we say all the time? You want 96 to look a tick faster? Throw something with a little bit of spin on it, or all of a sudden 96 has giddy up.
Yeah, it does. It makes a big difference. There's no doubt about that. We'll preview today's pitching matchup coming up on the other side of the break. You're listening to the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2026 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed. Napa know-how!
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Strike three. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
NFS Nugent PC, attorneys at law. 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is lit by the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Bring the heat.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best deal, always. A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Hey, Braves Country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Do you have an empty screen doing nothing at home or at work? Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
Braves Country is Bronco Country. This is the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves. Blaze your own trail in the rugged off-road Ford Bronco. Learn more at Ford.com.
Welcome back to the Ford Leadoff Show. Barrett Salee, Chris Domino with you. 7:15 first pitch across the street at Truist Park. Expecting a very big crowd as the Battery is packed with fans, mostly Braves fans. You see a couple of Red Sox jerseys mixed in there as well. When we get going, you'll see Peyton Tolley on the mound for the Red Sox, Bryce Elder for the Braves. Let's break it down.
It's time for the Strong Arm Pitching Matchup. Brought to you by John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law, where they treat every client with dignity, compassion, and respect. Get the Strong Arm today. JohnFoy.com.
All right, Peyton Tolley for the Red Sox, 23 years old, 6'6", 250, a second-round pick out of TCU in 2024. He's 1-2 as a 2.70 ERA, 6 walks, 27 strikeouts, an 0.88 whip, and opponents are batting 177 against him. So for this Red Sox team, if you're looking for a bright spot, it might be this guy, because they liked him a lot in 2024 when he was a second-round pick. And, in the limited action he's had this year, he's performing pretty well.
Oh, he looks like one of the Cartwright boys.
Yes, he does.
It was the one named Haas. He ain't a slimming. He looks older. He looks older than 23, but he's a big fella. And look, here's the thing about him. His cutter curveball, the variance is between his four seam and the sinker, and he throws his sinker at 95. This is not playing around time. He can get it cranked up to 96, 97. Then all of a sudden the curveball's down to 82. Doesn't throw it a lot, but 12 to 15%. The cutter, 89. So he has good splits. That's something you need. I don't care how hard you throw it. We just talked about it. You want it to look a tick higher? Make sure you have an off-speed pitcher, too, that it can actually bring it down where you go, my eyes are a little bit goofed up. He does seem to have that ability. Now, you mentioned earlier the Braves' success against lefties. They're 14-3. Mm-hmm. That's only the second best win percentage in baseball. Somebody must have a goofy, 5-1. There must be something goofy against lefties because if you're 14-3 and you have the second best win percentage against lefties, who the hell's doing better work than you against left-handed hitters? Maybe there's a ridiculously low number where it's 6-1, 7 times. I don't know what
3 lefties.
But that's doing work. You're 14-3. Now, look, you don't always beat the guy who started. You don't always beat the lefty. It just gets credited to that. I do find the number, it's antiquated and it's sort of lazy. But if it's something that makes you feel good as you're driving into the ballpark, 14-3, we got another lefty going tonight. Fantastic. Let's go knock him in.
Yeah, and you mentioned Peyton, a mid-90s fastball and a mid-90s sinker. That kind of seems unfair. That's a big deal, and he's had success. 30.1% strikeout rate. That's top 7th percentile in Major League Baseball. So there are a lot of people that are excited about him. What's crazy about the fastball sinker thing is opponents are batting 122 against his fastball, but 444 against his sinker. Yeah. Maybe he should stick with his fastball.
Well, listen, I'd like to say I've got a solution, but I'm not in the building and nobody's paying me to come up with solutions, especially for a guy on the other team. There was another good sign last night. Thank you to the Braves post-game notes for this one. They won their 11th series opener. That's tied for the best record in openers in baseball. 11 to open up a series is good, and 10-3 after a loss. So when you're doing a little bit of work, how do you actually have the best record in baseball? Your losing streaks aren't really losing streaks. You win an opener to give you an opportunity to win the series a little bit easier than the other guy who's now got to win 2 out of 2. So, yeah, it all worked last night. If you're going to come back into the building, you're going to actually play against the Boston Red Sox in a stretch where you're playing 13 games in a row. the fact that you didn't have all your offense and you still won a baseball game last night on a Friday night in your building, everybody goes home happy after the fireworks.
Yes, they do. And the fireworks were abundant yesterday, especially not only outside on the Battery after the game, but certainly in the 10th when Mike Yastrzemski walked us off.
And a couple of home runs worth of fireworks too last night.
Yes, there were. For the Braves, it is a Bryce Elder night. 4-1, 181 ERA, 20 walks, 53 strikeouts, a 101 whip, and a 180 opponent batting average. He went 5 1/3, gave up 1 hit and no earned runs, but walked 4 and struck out 8. And if you remember, that was the game where he walked the bases loaded. Suarez comes in, and then Eli White makes that circus catch against the Dodgers.
Very interesting that it happened. Very interesting. We talk about the 4 2/3 game where he actually got taken out because they wanted to do something. They thought they had a better matchup. It'll be interesting. I think there might be a night when Walt Weiss maybe would have walked out to get him, but it might be a Hefner coming out to tell him, hey, this is yours a little bit longer tonight. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. He's on an extra day rest?
No.
He's not on an extra day rest?
He's on his normal rest.
Okay, I'm going to have to look at that. I thought this was an extra day rest, and he is the guy that everybody talked about will actually be on more normal rest than certainly Sale, maybe even Strider. We don't even know. Martin Perez, it's bouncing all over the place.
As of now, he's starting Monday.
Yeah.
Right in pencil.
Yeah. Again, if you need him, he might not start on Monday. But I thought for some reason he might have been on one extra day.
His last day was May 5th May 10th against the Dodgers. So today is the 16th. So, yeah.
It's an extra day.
It's an extra day.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did not realize that.
All right. Well, go get him, Bryce. Nice and healthy, nice and rested. Go give us 7.
He's talked consistently about how he likes to be on regular rest, and Walt has said it as well. And Bryce kind of joked last time we talked to him. He's like, I'm glad I earned the right to do that because I hadn't earned the right to even demand or have that kind of luxury before this year.
He's earned the right to have a different conversation on the mound. See Jeremy Hefner come out, not Walt Weiss to take him out.
Yep. So it'll be fun to see him. Big crowd, like I said, gathering in the Battery. Let's get a check of our weather from the Fox 5 Storm Team and Lauren Robinson.
I'm Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist Lauren Robinson on the Braves Radio Network with your Atlanta Braves game day forecast. We're looking at a warm game out there. Temperatures in the middle 80s by first pitch, dropping into the 70s by the end of the game. This evening, we'll see mostly cloudy skies with calm winds. And as we go into our Sunday, watch for some scattered afternoon and evening storms. It's going to be a warm day for our Sunday, afternoon highs in the upper 80s. Now, of course, you can always depend on the Fox 5 Storm Team by using the Fox Local app. Be sure to download it now on your smartphones and smart TVs. Have a good game.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Why with the rain thing? Why are we going into tomorrow? Let's just focus on today. And today seems fine, but we don't need to say the R word for tomorrow because we'll have another forecast from Lauren tomorrow. But still, it's going to be a nice night out. Hot, but certainly a nice night. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get our keys to the game. This is the Ford Leadoff Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
When life throws you a curveball, whether it's water, fire, or mold damage to your home or business, you need a winning team. You need ServPro. ServPro's licensed, certified, and highly trained team of experts are here to help, offering fast, reliable, professional restoration services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves and Braves Country, our teams are committed to performing at a championship level. When disaster strikes, call ServPro and make it like it never even happened. Attention Braves fans. Ever wanted to win a Yanmar ZTR or a Yanmar Limited Edition SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar ZTR if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you can win the grand prize, a Yanmar Limited Edition SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win. The Yanmar Strike Out the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
Hey friends, Jim Chastain from Georgia's ASW Distillery here. Just like the Braves, we had an exciting offseason. Not only was our Fiddler Wheated Bourbon named a top 25 bourbon last year, but our Fiddler Encore Georgia Oak also won Best Small Batch Bourbon of the Year at the World Championship of Spirit Competitions. And look out for roster additions this summer with Fiddler Big Green Egg Bourbon and Fiddler Chin Music Curveball Edition, our collaboration with the Braves. These will be at your local bottle shops across Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, and all of Braves country. Go Braves!
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, Doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win.
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
Get your morning baseball fix with Atlanta Braves today, weekday mornings at 7:45, and listen for your chance to win a pair of Braves tickets before 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
We are covering all the bases on the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Welcome back, Barrett and Chris with you, getting you ready for game 2 between the Braves and Red Sox. Braves 31-14, 9 games clear of the Nats and Phillies in the NL East. Red Sox 18-26. They are 11.5 games behind the Rays in the AL East. Let's get the keys to the game, and they're brought to you by Landmark Automotive Group, serving you in Morrow, Chamblee, and Athens, or you can shop online at shoplandmarkcars.com. For over 40 years, Landmark Automotive, always the best deal, always. And my key is keep dominating lefties. You mentioned it earlier in the show. The Braves are 14-3 against left-handed starters this season, and overall against lefties, the Braves have hit 266 again, and they lead the majors in homers, extra base hits, total bases, and their .824 OPS ranks second. So the Braves have done a great job in terms of a lefty on lefty situation where I don't think it really matters as much as maybe it did in the past. You know, you used to always have that matchup thing. But still, to see the Braves have this kind of success and Peyton Tolley on the mound today, keep it up. Keep it up. Pour it on quick and get into that bullpen.
I am looking at the Braves bullpen tonight. I don't know what the formula is going to be, but I certainly know that they'll go off script. He did it last night.
Yes, they will.
In that game, and thank God it didn't go more than 10 because I don't know what necessarily happened. But let's keep an eye on what happens. Can you, and this is something I texted to somebody over there across the street earlier today, you know, it'd be nice to thump a guy, and I'm not really sure it's going to be their starter. Maybe it's going to be the next guy in. Maybe it will be the starter. But you'd like to build up a little bit of a comfort zone today because I think you'd like a couple of runs to play with. I don't want to go to the 7th, 8th, 9th today having the non-leverage arms. I think Aaron Bummer's probably in play today, and we'll find out. You know, that becomes a little bit of a roller coaster ride. Kinley's been actually struggling a little bit more as well. So let's find out what they're able to do, but let's find out what the opportunities are to maybe more than 3 times with runners in scoring position, give yourself a little bit of a lead. Mm-hmm. This would be one of those games. Hey, 1-run games are cool, but so are 10-1 games. So if you give yourself an opportunity to play a little bit of long ball today to build up a little bit of a lead where you get a little bit more lead, but have Bryce Elder go a little bit longer, I think the key for me is how they work the bullpen today, why they need to work it the way they do, hopefully with the lead today.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because, you know, the bullpen is taxed a little bit. Somebody's going to be down. We know that. And then I
imagine Fuentes. I don't know if they're going to bring him back to back. I know that the plan to pitch him multiple innings probably went away. I don't know if they brought him in back-to-back games just yet.
I don't think they have.
And I don't think they would start that tonight, although, again, I didn't think I'd see him in the 10th inning last night either. So we'll see. And Martin Perez, as you mentioned earlier, we'll find out if he's truly in play. That could be the we need a couple of innings.
Right.
And it might be somebody else is going to start on Monday.
Yeah, and tomorrow it's Grant Holmes versus TBA. So you kind of, I know Walt Weiss always says let's win today, and then figure tomorrow out, but you don't know who's pitching for the Red Sox, and you know Grant Holmes has had a little bit of a shaky season, and then Martin Perez, who's been great, but he hasn't pitched in a while. Do you alter the plan yet again?
As I said during COVID, and it probably should have been before that, write everything in pencil.
Yes, for sure. Especially that year.
Everything should be written in pencil from now on.
Yeah, the Braves rotation plans and pitching plans certainly are in that. It's worked, though. It's worked. So whatever it is, keep on doing it. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get our prize picks of the day, and then we'll send you across the street to Truist Park. This is the Ford Leadoff Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
Oh, what's with the laser sign?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
1966, two legends rolled onto the scene. The Atlanta Braves and the Ford Bronco SUV. Same relentless drive, same legendary grit.
This is Michael Harris II. Go deep on your next adventure with the power and off-road capability of a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hit of cash with the new hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by The Works, or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast.
Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education. Way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Make it a habit to keep your radio on, the radio home of the Atlanta Braves while you work. Lock in Cellini and Domino weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan, 93.7, and the Fan app.
Braves country is Bronco country. You're listening to the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer and the legendary on- and off-road ready Bronco and Bronco Sport. Learn more at Ford.com.
Welcome back to the Truist Studios. We're wrapping things up here in the Battery Atlanta. Big crowd filing in. Red Sox and Braves. Game 2. We just talked about Bryce Elder. Hopefully he gets the job done today and the Braves can go for the sweep tomorrow. Time to cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES and you'll get $50 in lineups when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. details. Chris, I'm going to go Peyton Tolley less than 5 strikeouts. I know he's been good striking out, but with the strikeouts, but get him out of there quickly. I think the Braves jump on him quickly. I have Austin Riley with 1.5, more than 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI, and then Wilyer Abreu more than 1.5 total bases. I think you might see him be sort of maybe hopefully the only, but the one guy maybe that the Red Sox keep counting. He's had a decent year. So Wilyer Abreu more than 1.5 total bases, Riley more than 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, and Peyton Tolley less than 5 strikeouts. That pays 7.5x.
Yeah, I'm feeling froggy. I think Bryce Elder more than 17.5 outs. Let's go through the 6th inning, complete at least the 6th inning. I kind of like that play. If you want to get a little bit crazy, you can actually go another inning on him to have him throwing 7 if you want to up your numbers. But yeah, I think he's going to get through 6. I'd like to maybe think that he can go through 7. If you want to get a little bit froggy, they offer both of those. I'll just stick with he gets through 6. Over 17.5, he records 18 outs today. If you want to go a little bit further, there's an opportunity to do it on Prize Picks today. Yeah, and I think for Bryce, self-awareness is big. I think when we look back at the last start against the Dodgers, he was dominating the Dodgers up until that 6th inning when it just went away. It just it was a 180 completely. So, and remember the other thing that happened, Suarez, they had to delay a little bit because he was not ready. He gets hit hard, the play. That's the Eli White play, smashing into the wall. But Suarez, they had to get him heated up. There was nobody up. Yeah. And all of a sudden it was like, okay, where is he? Where is he? Well, what happened? We're going to delay it a little bit. And you're right. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. If you're going to spread out a little bit of wildness, do it early, get settled, and then maybe go a little bit further. I'd like to think that they don't want to take him out in the middle of an inning. I don't know what the conditions would be that would happen. Look, we say it all the time. You can be really good. You can be really bad. You could certainly be a lot of things in between. Hopefully it's the night tonight, though, we're attacking. And I'm a big believer in this. Attack. Don't get caught nibbling. If they're going to hit you, this team doesn't hit a lot of home runs. If somebody's going to get off on you, let them get off on you. It's going to happen. Whatever. We saw Bregman do it the other day. That's the type of guy that can hit a home run off anybody. They don't have a lot of those guys right here. But if you give up a solo shot, you give up a solo shot. Don't put men on base. Don't revert back to the idea where an inning gets a little bit longer, a little bit crooked numbered, because you actually give them something, a walk or two. And Bryce has done a good job of that this year. He credits a lot of his success. He has a new changeup, a kick changeup, which is kind of the trendy new pitch in Major League Baseball. He adopted it last year, and he credits his September and start this year a little bit to that, because it is working well. And I think Bryce has the confidence right now where he doesn't get intimidated. He knows that he has nibbled in the past, but I think he knows now that he doesn't have to. Well, I'll also say we saw with Chris Sale with the Kim play the other night. That was not a help. Whether you were supposed to get 2 or not, you were supposed to get 1. They were not supposed to score an unearned run. If you're behind Bryce Elder tonight, or if you're Sandy Leon behind the plate, you help out as much as you can. Don't give away anything. On a night when you need him to go a little bit further, don't do anything. Give him no more extra outs. If you have a guy, they decide they want to run tonight. Look, one of my other keys is let's find out how aggressive Chad Tracy's going to be tonight. Because while it was 2 guys caught stealing, you had a guy picked off, and I don't know if he was running on that play, but they're trying to create leads. They're trying to do that. Maybe you actually steal one. Let's see how Chad Tracy plays it tonight, their manager, whether he thinks that he wants to go back to the well of maybe running tonight. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
The Fan.
Let's not worry about winning the series tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get it done tonight. Should be a fun night out at Truist Park. For all of us here at the Braves Radio Network, and that includes Chris Thames and David Holloway, he's Chris Domino, and I'm Barrett Salee. Game 2, Red Sox Braves now.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their Stasi jingle.
Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because if the Braves hit a home run, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignment. And a free oil change. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington grass seed, available at the Home Depot.
This spring and summer, the world's biggest names in soccer are coming to downtown Atlanta. Stay where the city gathers at Omni Atlanta Hotel at Centennial Park, just steps away from Mercedes-Benz Stadium and State Farm Arena. Skip the traffic when you stay with easy access to dining, entertainment, and the energy of Centennial Park District. Book now and take advantage of special seasonal offers now before it's too late. Plan your spring and summer staycation at omnihotels.com/Atlanta.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
When you need a lawyer after an auto accident, make the right call. I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm based right here in Georgia. Other big-name legal teams aren't even from this area.
Right one.
We'll get you your money quick, while other legal teams waste your time.
Right two.
And our team is with you from start to finish. Other legal teams pass you off to a secondary team.
Right three.
Make the right call. Call Ken.com. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, attorneys at law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
When it comes to shipping, Saia Freight and Logistics delivers a grand slam. As the exclusive freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves, Saia provides comprehensive nationwide service focused on customer satisfaction. For over a century, Saia has delivered the smart solutions and reliable shipping businesses both big and small depend on. When service is everything, it's a yes. Step up to the plate with Saia. Visit Saia.com. That's SAIA.com.
Hey, Braves fans! SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the A, meaning SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of... The official ticket marketplace of...
That ball was crushed.
And...
Did you see that?
Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Braves games or to any other live event across Braves country, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be part of every home team win. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of... Let's go Braves!
Hey, Braves fans, make it a habit to call me after every Braves game during 680 wrap-up on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
From the crack of the first bat to the final out, this Atlanta Braves club has been relentless.
And he lets it fly high and deep to right field. Chop house bound, 3-0 Braves.
Playing with an edge, a swagger, and a sense of purpose that is the rest of the National League on notice.
Ozzie hits one well to deep right field. That's heading back to the chop house at the wall now. Casey, and it's gone.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is brought to you by the original Louisiana hot sauce. Buy you some. Your local Ford dealers, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Hyundai, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm. Arrow Exterminators. Make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Peachtree Orthopedics. Same day, evenings and Saturdays. It's time to get better. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves. Canmar Tractors and Engines, an official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Your Atlanta area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing. TimberTech decking and railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Attorney Ken Nugent. One call, that's all. Xfinity. Score the most reliable internet at one price for 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. Pennington Grass Seed. Official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. ServPro. When disaster strikes, call ServPro to make it like it never even happened. Saia LTL Freight. The official freight and logistics partner of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra. La Playa awaits. Georgia Power. The official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. IBEW Local 613. Truist Park keeps the lights on with IBEW 613 electricians. The Battery Atlanta's own ASW Distillery, home of the award-winning Fiddler Bourbon. Tonight, it's more interleague action from Truist Park in Atlanta as Austin Riley and the Braves take on the Boston Red Sox in the heart of the homestand. This is Atlanta Braves Baseball on the Braves Radio Network, lit by Louisiana Hot Sauce.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Atlanta Braves Baseball. Tonight from Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. It's the second game in a series of 3 between the Braves and the Red Sox. On the mound for the Braves tonight, right-hander Bryce Elder. He'll be opposed by left-hander Peyton Tolley. Great to have you with us alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Braves have 31 wins, Darren, most in baseball. And in order to do that, you have to win lots of different styles. Last night, close and late, not a whole lot of runs. Go to extra innings, and they found a way, and a different hero last night.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike Yastrzemski's really rounding into form. A little disappointing start for him, and you can tell how much fun he's having out there on the baseball field now. Came up clutch with that 10th inning double. And what I liked about last night is that we know this Boston Red Sox have a good bullpen, and we outlasted them. We went inning for inning with them and just stayed patient and then seized the opportunity there in extras.
Yeah, the Braves... You go back, that last road trip had a 2-game losing skid, if you can call it that. And the Braves have since won 5 of their last 6 games. Momentum as strong as your next day's starting pitcher. In this case, thumbs up for the Braves.
Yeah, absolutely. Bryce Elder back out there. Since about mid-August last season, he's been one of the best pitchers in baseball, top 3, right up there with Paul Skeens and Cam Schlitter. So that's rarefied company, right? He's been consistently good. And now it's got us looking forward to his starts every 5 days. And we're going to need Bryce to be good tonight. We used 5 relievers last night. We worked our high-leverage guys pretty hard. So would love to see Bryce cut down on the walks a little bit. He was cruising against L.A., walked 3 guys in a row, got pulled from the game. So if he could just stay in the zone and attack for 7, possibly 8 innings, I think he would make his manager very happy.
That's such a key, and I'm glad you brought it up because you can have the strongest bullpen in the world. But the fuel that they need are innings from the starters. Mm-hmm. Look, Walt has really leaned into that bullpen a lot this season. He can continue to do that so long as you're getting those innings from the starters.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're a manager and you're going through your bullpen and who you're going to deploy each day, you have a couple guys in your starting rotation that you're more comfortable. Okay, I can be a little bit light on that day because even when this guy, if he doesn't have his best stuff, he's still going to give me 5 or 6. In Bryce Elder's past, if he had a bad day, he was out after 2.
Yeah.
And I think it's a different animal now where Bryce can manage himself and his stuff has improved. And he's matured as a pitcher that he's gonna give the team a chance to win the game, even if he's not at his best.
All right, we're excited for this one. Give you the lineups when we come back right after that first pitch. Braves and Red Sox coming up on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan so you can focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. Support every step of the way. In fact, 4 out of 5 members are satisfied with the benefits and coverage provided by their United Healthcare Medicare plan. Count on United Healthcare to be there with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Budden here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Braves Vision is your new TV home of the Atlanta Braves. Stream over 140 games with a Braves.TV subscription for $19.99 a month.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613. There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613 and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our work, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Start your weekend with me, Buck Bellew, and Kelly Kroll. Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and The Fan app.
Saturday evening here at the ballpark, Braves and the Red Sox in the second game of this series. Braves a winner last night, 3-2 in 10 innings, and looking for another win tonight. And it's time now for the starting lineups powered by Georgia Power, the official electric energy partner of the Atlanta Braves. We'll start off with the visiting Red Sox, managed by Chad Tracy. They have a record of 18-26. They're in the cellar in the East over there in the American League as they are 11.5 games back of division leading Tampa Bay. Red Sox will lead it off tonight with their left fielder, Jarren Duran. Batting second, the catcher, Mickey Gasper, and hitting third, right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Batting cleanup for Boston, first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Hitting fifth, the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Batting sixth, center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Hitting seventh, it's the second baseman, Marcelo Meyer. He homered last night. Batting eighth, shortstop Andrew Monasterio. Hitting ninth, third baseman Caleb Durbin. And on the mound, the rookie Peyton Tolley. Tolley's the number one prospect of the organization. Big lefty. He's 1-2 with a 2.78 ERA. So again, for Boston, it's Duran, Gasper, Abreu, Contreras, Yoshida, Rafaela, Meyer, Monasterio, Durbin, and Tolley on the mound. Now for Walt Weiss's Braves, this is game number 46 for the Braves, 116 left to be played after tonight. Braves have the best record in baseball, 31 wins, 14 losses, and the Braves have a 9-game lead in the National League East. Leading off tonight, the DH Drake Baldwin, he homered last night. Batting second, second baseman Ozzie Albies, and hitting third, first baseman Matt Olson. Batting cleanup, third baseman Austin Riley. Hitting fifth, it's the left fielder, Mauricio Dubon. Batting sixth, another guy who homered last night, center fielder, Michael Harris. Hitting seventh, shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. Batting eighth for the Braves, it's the catcher, Sandy Leon. Hitting ninth, right fielder, Jose Azocar. And on the mound, the man with the lowest ERA in the National League amongst qualifiers, Bryce Elder. He's 4-1 with a 1.81 ERA and looking to beat the Red Sox for the first time in his career. So again, for the Braves, it's Baldwin, Albies, Olson, Riley, Dubon, Harris, Kim, Leon, Azocar, and Elder on the mound. You know who's in there. They'll be on the field when we come back. Braves and Red Sox coming up on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Your summer starts now with Memorial Day deals at the Home Depot. It's time to fire up summer cookouts with the Next Grill 4-burner gas grill on special buy for only $199. And entertain all season with the Hampton Bay West Grove 7-piece outdoor dining set for only $499. This Memorial Day, get low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. While supplies last, price and valid May 14th through May 27th. U.S. only, exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
At long last, all the greatest hits together on one compact disc with timeless classics like
The Lottery Just Paid. I finally got it made.
And who can forget the mega hit Big Money?
Big money, ain't it funny? The cash is raining down.
Minutes of pure listening pleasure.
I hit the jackpot and I got...
No one wants these hits, but everyone wants a nice hit of cash. Play the new hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Stay ahead of the market with high-earning investments that deliver. Brought to you by First Franklin Financial Investments. Learn more at 1ffc.com/invest, not FDIC insured. Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Real Braves fans know a reliable outfield is key to winning games. Braves fans also know that when it comes to buying their next new vehicle, they can always rely on Landmark Auto Group. With Georgia's best deals on new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, and 3 convenient locations in Morrow, Atlanta, and Athens, you're never too far from a Landmark store. Or shop us online at shoplandmarkcars.com. Landmark Auto Group, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Always the best deal, always.
Life is a circle. At Emory Healthcare, this circle contains the first breakthroughs that bend fear toward hope. Echoes that become second chances. Love regained, tomorrow reclaimed. Emory is driven by firsts because second chances matter to keep life's circle moving forward. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
Here's a pro tip from me, Brian Finneran. Use your smartphone to get around traffic and lock into the locker room with me every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on the Fan app.
82 degrees here in Atlanta. Lineup cards being exchanged at home plate right now. Getting ready to see the Braves and the Red Sox roll around Truist Park on a Saturday night. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans savings on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with any 4-tire purchase. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Great to have you with us tonight alongside Darren O'Day. Ben Ingram here with you. Braves about to bounce out of that first base dugout wearing their City Connect uniforms tonight. Powder blue tops, white pants, white lettering, white numerals outlined in red and royal blue at Atlanta across the chest of those powder blue uniforms. Meanwhile, the visitors from Boston over there in the third base dugout wearing the traveling gray uniform tops and pants, red lettering, red numerals outlined in navy, Boston arching across the chest of their gray uniforms. Cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks. Use code BRAVES. Get $50 in lineups when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Behind the plate calling balls and strikes tonight is Nick Lentz. First base umpire is Hunter Wendelstedt. Second base umpire is Edwin Moscoso. And the third base umpire is Vic Carapazza. Braves fan out defensively with Matt Olson at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Ha-Sung Kim at short. Austin Riley's at third base. In the Braves outfield, Mauricio Dubon is in left. Michael Harris, the center fielder. Jose Azocar is in right field. The catcher is Sandy Leon. And on the mound, the man with the lowest ERA in the league, Bryce Elder. Right-hander out of Decatur, Texas. 26 years old. He'll be 27 on Tuesday. 6'2", 220 pounds. And Darren, this will be his 10th start. He's 4-1 with a 1.81 ERA, coming off a dandy outing that last go-round versus the Dodgers.
Yeah, Bryce has been fantastic to start this season. A continuation of good work he had in the second half last year. And that last start against the Dodgers, he was really overpowering them until that last inning where he might have ran out of gas, walked 3 hitters, and then Walt Weiss had to go out and get him. And so I'm guessing if you ask Bryce for the game what he wants to do better this go-round, it's just those walks. Really.
Yeah. Is it fair to say that in the last few seasons, maybe he's been going to the mound with a weapon or two, and right now he's got 4 good weapons at his disposal?
He sure does, man. He all 5 of his pitches are positive run value this year, which is a huge departure from last year. We only had 1 pitch that would be considered a good pitch.
Wow.
So he's really put it together, has a much broader arsenal in his pocket.
Yeah, he was out there with really the 1 pitch that was working for him, and now just that entire catalog of good pitches. He'll be facing Jaron Duran, Mickey Gasper, and Wilyer Abreu. Climbing in Duran, Elder's ready, and now for the ball game. First pitch swung on, missed, 94-mile-an-hour fastball. We start up tonight at 7:16 Eastern. 7:16, yeah. 6:16 Central, 82 degrees. There's a ball sent foul. That'll land in the seats down the left field line. Was that Methuselah on the press box, Mike?
Is that Burns?
Boy, somebody needs a lozenge down the hallway. 0-2 on Jaron Duran. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. 0-2 on Jaron Duran. Pitch on the way from Bryce. Clubbed in the air down the right field line towards the corner. That'll one-hop the wall. Playing it off the wall, Jose Azocar. Digging for second, Jaron Duran. He's in there standing. So many times this guy has been amongst the league leaders in doubles and triples. And a lot of that damage coming at Fenway Park. But some damage here in the first inning with a double.
Yeah, first mistake of the game there for Bryce Elder. Duran really on the skids lately, 0 for his last 18. Bryce did him a favor there. Had 0-2 and laid a slider in there, probably trying to bounce that.
So Duran down at second. Here's Mickey Gasper. He had a solid night last night. Went 2 for 5, had an RBI single in the 6th inning. Ball punched out to short. Duran back to the bag at short. Gloving it Kim, sends it over. And one down. Bryce Elder, like we mentioned, 4-1 with a 1.81 ERA. And that last go-round at Dodger Stadium, boy, he was stellar. 5 1/3 innings, no runs, 1 hit. Had 4 walks, and like Darren mentioned, wants to bring those down. But had 8 strikeouts. Earned the win. He's allowed 1 home run over his last 114 batters faced. So when they put the ball in play, a lot of it's been on the ground. Here's Wilyer Abreu. He swings and misses. For Bryce, 2 earned runs or fewer in 7 of his 9 starts. And he's allowed just 2 earned runs total over his last 4 starts. So he's really been on a heater lately. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Wilyer Abreu. In the air, foul into the seats down the left field line. Brycing the Red Sox for just the 2nd time in his career. He saw them last year. Took a loss. This is his 5th season in the big leagues. An All-Star once and a record of 28-25 over 88 Major League appearances. Runner at second, 1 down. No score in the top of the first inning. 0-2 pitch. Sliced down the left field line and foul. Into the screen down there, 95 with a heater. You know, something that really stood out that last go-round and really this entire season. You think about Bryce, you think about the sinker ball pitcher, and he still got it, but he's been throwing more 4-seamers than sinkers.
Yeah, he's doubled his 4-seamer usage from last year, halved his sinker usage, so a more diverse.
0-2 check swing, and he did not go. 1-2.
And for me, that's the biggest change this year. That 4-seamer, it gets the hitter off of his sinker. Sinker's running away from a lefty into a righty. That 4-seamer is going the opposite way. Stay straight. You're working that top of the zone. It's been such a good pitch for him.
1-2, fouled off again. Still a 1-2 count on Wilyer Abreu. A leadoff double by Jaron Duran. He stands at second. Abreu's been their best hitter. He's hitting .302, 6 homers. And he's a tough customer. He's a left-handed hitter. 1-2 on the way. Missed outside with a fastball. Very gentle breeze. Just lifting the flags off the poles in right center ever so slightly. 2-2 from Elder. Swing and a miss over the top of a good slider in the dirt. I think that's the one he wanted versus Duran, isn't it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's where he likes to throw his slider to lefties. Down and in, the back foot slider, it looks like a fastball the whole way. And just beautifully executed there. It's really tough for a lefty to lay off that.
That went right over his back left foot and kicked up a plume of chalk dust that's lining the left-hand batter's box. That's the first strikeout for Elder. And that's our Gas South bringing the heat strikeout. Just like Bryce, Gas South is bringing the heat with no deposits, no hidden fees, and simple natural gas rates. A called strike in there versus Wilson Contreras. He was 0 for 4 last night. 245 hitter, but 8 home runs. Don't want to make a mistake to this guy. 0-1. Strike. Good sinker.
Yeah, another big part of Bryce's game this year that's gone up is strikeout rate. 5% more strikeouts this year. It doesn't sound like a lot, but situations like this, when you get a leadoff double, you're going to need a strikeout.
Great point.
That runner cannot advance.
0-2 just blew his doors off with a fastball. Swung on, missed. back-to-back strikeouts versus Abreu and Contreras, and Duran left stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the first inning, Red Sox nothing, and the Braves coming up when we come back.
Hey, Braves country, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I trust the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves, Tidal Wave Auto Spa. With hundreds of convenient locations, all-star customer service, and cutting-edge equipment that gets my ride sparkling clean in just 3 minutes, Tidal Wave is a game changer. Visit TidalWaveAutospa.com to find a location near you.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
How cool are deals on the whole Toyota lineup at the Summer Starts Here sales event? Cooler than your kid calling you cool and meaning it. Yeah, that cool. Summer has never been cooler. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through June 1st, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, with a balance of heat and flavor that always hits. Buy you some.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app, now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Into the bottom of the first inning, first pitch to Drake Baldwin. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Peyton Tolley, the lefty on the mound for Boston, and facing Baldwin, Albies, and Olson here in the bottom of a scoreless first inning. Big lefty deals. 0-1 squared up and driven. Deep center, Rafaela to the wall. That is long gone. Drake Baldwin just ignited that thing deep over the center field wall. It's 1-0 Braves. This feels like deja vu from last night. Another bomb by Baldwin.
This is just getting ridiculous. This guy is hitting off left-handed pitching, the home runs. You're right. It feels like deja vu. We just saw this 24 hours ago.
Same part of the yard and everything. And this guy is a nightmare for lefties. He's a nightmare for anybody. But it's 1-0 Braves. Ozzie Albies takes a ball high. Let me get to the business side of that first. With that homer by the Braves, you'll save $100 on sets of Goodyear and Cooper tires. Tomorrow only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change at Tire Discounters.
Came in 0-1 count.
Correction, that's Monday. There's a ball outside.
It's his second career leadoff home run.
Home run save Braves fans money all season long. Claim your coupon at TireDiscounters.com/Braves. 2 balls and no strikes. There it is to Ozzie, and Ozzie wrecks one. Deep left field, back at the wall, and caught by Duran. A leaping grab right at the wall. Coming off the bat, looked pretty good. But a leaping grab right into the padded wall by Duran. And one down. Peyton Tolley might want to wear a helmet out there.
Welcome to Atlanta, Peyton Tolley. You better have everything buckled down when you take off here against this Braves offense.
One down for Matt Olson. Olson swings at a fly ball to left field. Jarren Duran over to his left. He'll make the squeeze. 2 down. I haven't got to set the leather for Boston yet. Here it is. Wilson Contreras at first base. Marcelo Meyer at second. Andrew Monasterio, the shortstop, and Caleb Durbin is at third base. And their outfield is Jarren Duran in left. Cedon Rafaela in center. Wilyer Abreu in right. Mickey Gasper, the catcher. And on the mound, the lefty Peyton Tolley. Austin Riley to the plate. There's a ball high. What are these Braves hitters going to see from Tolley?
Well, first of all, we got to talk about how big this guy is. 6'6", 250. Corn-fed American man out there. He's a big fella throwing hard.
1-0 to Austin Riley. Riley swings and misses.
And it starts with that four-seam fastball. It's a plus-plus fastball, and he's got over 7 feet of extension. So he's reaching out and touching the catcher. And it's 96 to 100.
1-1. Riley takes a strike on the inside corner.
And really, it's such a good pitch. The rest of his stuff is just a complimentary sinker, cutter, curveball change just to keep the hitters off that four-seam fastball.
1-2 pitch. Riley takes a call at third strike. So that ends the bottom of the first inning, but Drake Baldwin with some fireworks here in the first. His 13th homer of the year. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Braves.
Strike three. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Kenneth S. Nugent, PC, Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
This is Kelly Crawl reminding you to join me in the locker room every Wednesday and Thursday morning from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
It's 1-0 Braves into the top of the second inning. Drake Baldwin with a first inning home run. Another one, I should say. Did that last night as well. What Drake has been doing versus lefties is simply absurd. More on that as we continue this inning. Some great numbers to throw at you. Here comes Masataka Yoshida. First pitch on the way from Elder, and there's a ball high. And, of course, another left-on-left homer for Baldwin tonight versus the lefty Tolley. So for Drake, he's now hit 13 home runs this season, 7 against left-handed pitchers. 1-0 pitch high and outside. Here's the amazing part about that. First and foremost, he's batting over .330 versus lefties, with 15 RBIs and 7 homers. But there's a historic angle to that. There's a ball high. Over the last 50 years, the most left-on-left homers by a Brave in a single season is 11. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Yoshida takes a strike. And the 11 is shared by Dave Justice in 1993 and Fred McGriff in 1996. Both those two lefties had 11 left-on-left homers. Here's the 3-1. Strike on the outside corner. And, Darren, here we are, 46 games into the season. Now we got some chirping going on. Got an ABS challenge here coming up from Yoshida. So as it stands now, a 3-2 count. And this will be reviewed, and that is very much a strike. So that's confirmed, 3-2. But here we are, Darren, 46 games into the season. Drake already has 7 left-on-left home runs.
Yeah, it's getting ridiculous how good this kid is, especially against those lefties.
3-2, fouled off over there by the on-deck circle.
Yeah, his .329 average against lefties is the best in the league, regardless if you're right or left-handed. And you just don't see that all that often, especially out of a second-year player.
3-2 pitch. Flared foul.
And then throw the power numbers on top of it against lefties. He's not just tapping singles the other way like you might expect. No, he's driving the ball.
Bryce's 3-2 pitch. Popped up, shallow center. Could be a tough play. Going back and under it now is Kim, and he makes the catch. It went a long way. Harris is pretty deep in center, and that catch is made in very shallow center field, one down. I mean, you're talking about the last 50 years. 11 left-on-left homers is the best a Brave has had in the last 50 years. He's on pace for about 25 of them.
It's a beautiful swing, man. I mean, I feel lucky I get to watch it every night.
It's a great way to put it.
The slow-mo replays. It's just a fundamental swing.
Rafaela hits one in the air to right field. On the other end of Zokar, gliding left, makes the catch, 2 down. It's the kind of swing that makes you think, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but it's the kind of swing that you think that could produce massive numbers for a decade or more.
Yes, absolutely. And when I watch it, I wonder if his upbringing with the sport of hockey has influenced his swing at all. And I want to ask him that next time I see him.
I'd love to hear his response to that. 1-0 Braves, top of the second. Here's Marcelo Meyer. Fastball sounded good, but just missed off the outside corner. Popped the leather. 1-1 on Marcelo Meyer. He homered last night. Left-handed hitter. Meyer hits one hard out to second. Great pick by Ozzie from shallow right. Spins and fires, and he's got the out. Ozzie's had a Golden Glove this season. That's another really high-difficulty play that he completes, and it's a 1-2-3 top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning, 1-0 Braves.
Imagine cafe, but you're not in the driver's seat. You're outside, virtually parking it with your phone. As your finger glides over the touchscreen, the NX makes another precision move. The Lexus NX, featuring available advanced park with remote park. Any car that doesn't offer this sense of control is a car that stops short of amazing. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Always pay attention to vehicle surroundings during use. Remote park requires operator to have key fob and interact with compatible smartphone. Review owner's manual instructions before operating.
Hey Braves fans, spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit ArrowExterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit ArrowExterminators.com.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Lock into the radio home of the Atlanta Braves way before first pitch. Lock in Chuck and Chernoff while you work or in your car from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or the Fan app.
First pitch here in the bottom of the second, a fly ball to deep right off the bat of Mauricio Dubon. That's hauled in by Wilyer Abreu. And 1 down on 1 pitch. This is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning here in the bottom of the second. If the Braves steal a base, our contestant, Benford Bartley, will win $300 in free marathon gas cards. And you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. Pulling for Benford Bartley tonight. Make a winner out of him. 1 down for Michael Harris. Michael takes the ball high and outside.
Did you watch much Home Improvement when you were younger? You know, Tim Allen?
Yeah, a little bit.
Binford was the name of the tool company for that show.
That sounds right. That's a good pull by you. One of those ball low and outside, 2-0.
Binford's mom must have been a big fan.
Probably so. I think she named him after the show.
I think so. And I'm going with it.
1-0 Braves, 2-0 to Harris. Harris with a bouncer up the middle to his right. The second baseman Meyer scoops it and fires over to first base with his momentum falling towards second. That's in time for the out, 2 down. The original Louisiana hot sauce keeps the flavor bases loaded with 3 simple ingredients: peppers, vinegar, and salt, and flavor that always hits. It's exactly why the original Louisiana hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. 2 down for Ha-Sung Kim. Facing the lefty, Peyton Tolley. Pitch on the way to Kim. He swings and fouls one back. Yeah, you mentioned Tolley's size, 6'6", 250. If you saw this guy roaming the streets of Boston, you might think he plays for the Patriots. Big lefty from Bethany, Oklahoma, 23 years old and their top prospect. Kicks and deals the 0-1. Missed inside with a fastball. Tolley 1-2 this season with a 1.99 ERA. This is his 5th start, coming off a loss against the Rays in his last turn. 1-1 in for a strike. Went 5 innings versus the Rays on the 10th. Gave up 3 runs, 1 earned, 6 hits, didn't walk anyone, struck out 4. His best start was an 11 strikeout performance back in April against the Yankees. 1-2 swung on, miss. Fastball 96. There's his second strikeout and a 1-2-3 second. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Braves.
This is Kevin Swanson, business manager of IBEW 613. There's a reason why over 5,500 electricians currently choose IBEW Local 613, and why we build Atlanta's most important projects, including Truist Park. Talk to our electricians, look at our work, look at our working agreement. The only thing you will lose by not looking are wages, benefits, and time. Nothing to lose by taking a look. Go to IBEW613.org.
Hey, Braves fans, Snit here for Gas South. In baseball, you learn pretty quickly that doing things the right way matters. That's why I'm proud to partner with Gas South, the official natural gas provider of the Atlanta Braves. They've been serving Georgia for more than 20 years, putting customers first. Join today and get $100 in bill credits with no deposit and no hidden fees. Visit gassouth.com/Braves.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Hey, Braves fans, don't miss Jeff Francoeur's only radio visit in Atlanta. Join the locker room every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Big crowd on a Saturday night. Looking like another sellout developing in front of us. Braves have a 1-0 lead. A home run by Drake Baldwin in the first inning put the Braves on the board. Bryce Elder going to work versus 8-9-1 in the Boston order. Pitch on the way to Andrew Monasterio, called strike. Darren, 2 very different pitchers, but the zone is under attack from both of them tonight.
Yeah, it really is. Both these guys working quick.
0-1. Make it 0-2.
And attacking the zone. This Red Sox lineup really struggling to produce runs. So I'm thinking Bryce Elder is going to be extra aggressive tonight, attacking that strike zone.
0-2. Fouled back into the screen, still 0-2.
And on the other side of the ball, Peyton Toley's just coming right at you. He has a walk every 4 or so innings, so he really doesn't give out many free passes. Could be a pretty snappy one here tonight.
Elder has 2 strikeouts, way ahead of Monasterio, 0-2. Righty kicks and brings it. A little bit low of the changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Monasterio. He was 1 for 4 last night, hit a double. Hitting .258 on the season. 1-2, bouncer to first. Gloved on 2 bounces, waist high by Olson. Tosses to the covering Elder. 1 down. Folks, get Wi-Fi so reliable it never gets caught looking. You get it at one price for the next 5 years. That's a great deal. Also, same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that. 1 down for Caleb Durbin.
Yeah, this is the perfect lineup. We talked about Elder being a little wild last game at the end of his outing. This is a perfect lineup to have the next time out there.
First pitch to Durbin. In for a called strike. How come?
They did hit a home run last night, but they really don't hit many. The Braves have already doubled their home run production thus far in the season. So you can really be aggressive in the strike zone with them.
Elder would love to maintain that aggressiveness as long as he's out there. Durbin takes a cutter high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Durbin 0 for 2 last night. Pop out to second and a strikeout. 1-1 low and outside with a cutter. Bryce, the former 5th-round selection by the Braves in 2020 out of the University of Texas. Riley deals the 2-1 and a ground ball squibbed to short. Approaching Kim, wraps it in leather, fires to first base, 2 down. A little funny spin to it on the grass, but Kim able to play it cleanly. 2 down and back to the top of the order to Jarren Duran. Duran doubled in the first inning, hit a 1-hopper to the wall and right. And they left him stranded there. And I'd imagine Red Sox fans, after seeing that for what to them probably feels like the 1,000th time this season. They're thinking, here we go again. Duran plugs one out to second. On the other end, Ozzie goes over to first base. And a swift 1-2-3 third put together by Bryce Elder. We're off to the bottom of the inning. 1-0 Braves.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Braves country is Bronco country. This is Michael Harris II. On or off-road, there's a lot of great and exciting places to check out. And the best way to do it is in the powerful off-road ready Ford Bronco. See you out there.
For great offers on a new Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport SUV, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
Cobb County is Atlanta's sweet spot and home of the Atlanta Braves. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. For more information, visit travelcobb.org.
Hey, we all know work is important, but make it a habit to stay attached to the sports scene every weekday with me, Nick Cialini, and Chris Domino. Weekdays from 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Braves leading the Red Sox 1-0. We're off into the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Leona, Zokar, and Baldwin for the Braves. 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. You can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Sandy Leon takes a ball low. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. A win tonight would give the Braves another series victory. It would be their 13th in 15 series, if that's the case. There's a ball inside. 2 balls, no strikes. And a win last night. Walk-off base hit by Mike Yastrzemski in the bottom of the 10th inning to lift the Braves over the Red Sox 3-2. 2-0 to Leon. Ground ball to short to his left and gloving Monasterio. Sends it over to first base and 1 down. We're telling you about Peyton Tolley, top prospect in the Red Sox organization, just 23 years old. This is his 8th major league start. He had a few handful of starts last season. And in his major league career, 1-3 with a 3.69 ERA. He's out of Bethany High School in Bethany, Oklahoma. He started his collegiate career at Wichita State as a two-way player. Jose Zokar swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. He was a pitcher and an infielder at Wichita State. And then he transferred to TCU, and he pitched there for 1 season. Well, 1 pitch inside, swiveled his hips out of the way of the fastball. And in that 1 season at Texas Christian, he was the pitcher of the year in the Big 12 and became a second-round draft choice of the Red Sox in 2024 and already in the big leagues. 1-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
Yeah, I read a scouting report on him from college. He was throwing 91, fastball topping out 95, 96, and the Red Sox really worked with him on his nutrition and conditioning, and now this is what you see.
1-2 low and in, 2-2.
Yeah, fastball sitting 96, 97. He's been up to 101. So he had a little help from the Red Sox. He's turned himself into that top prospect.
It's not the only big lefty that they have in their rotation. Here's the 2-2. Zokar socks it out towards left center field. That's down for a base hit. Rafaela cuts it off at the edge of the warning track on a really great play by him. It'll be a double by Zokar. I don't know how he got to that on 1 bounce. If he does it, that goes to the wall, and it's 3 bags for Jose. But a double is good enough for Jose Zokar.
Zokar's been doing a nice job when he gets a start here lately. It seems like we've had a rash of left-handed starters against us. I feel like every time he's in a lineup, he gets a hit. So he's doing some good work down there with his limited opportunities.
He's at second with one down for the guy swinging the hottest stick in the order, Drake Baldwin, who's already homered. First pitch to Drake. Take it inside. Finishing that thought, if you're Tolley, I'd imagine you want to spend as much time as you could around Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, absolutely. Boston has a handful of good lefties. Connolly Early, we saw in game one, pretty good pitcher himself.
1-0 to Baldwin. Off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. Drake is now homered 4 times in his last 6 games and has a hit in 7 straight games. That's boosted his average up over 302 as it currently sits. 2-0 pitch is inside. 3 balls, no strikes. That home run back in the first inning gave him RBI number 35. He can drive a number 36 with a base hit right here. See if he's got the green light. He does not. Takes a strike. 3-1.
I watched Drake on deck last night warming up, and he was swinging right-handed in the on-deck circle, and man, did it look good. I mean, I bet he could switch it at some point in his life.
He probably could. Tolley kicks and deals. Outside, ball 4. Didn't want a part of him. I don't blame him.
But when you have the best average against lefties in the league, you don't really need to worry about switch hitting, right?
Right.
You're not going to get that platoon advantage because he's had a lot of success off same-handers.
Yeah, he'd be hard-pressed to do much better than he's currently doing. First and second, one down for Ozzie Albies. Peyton Tolley, spelled Tolle. Going through the Braves order for the second time, trying to put him in a little bit of hot water here in the third. First and second, one down for Ozzie. Just missed a home run back in the first inning. Ozzie takes a ball high and outside, 1-0. That'll draw Mickey Gasper, the catcher, to have a quick word with Peyton Tolley. With his last name and his size, I think a natural nickname would be Toll Booth.
He might not fit in a toll booth, though. That's the problem.
Maybe Toll Road.
When I say corn-fed, I mean it. I mean, he is broad-shouldered, big, solid. He did a little skit in spring training. I don't know if you saw that video where he was wearing a sleeveless shirt. It was flannel, and he had a bandana on his head. And, man, he looked like something you'd see out back of a bowling alley or something.
He's a guy who's big enough, Darren, where number 70 on his back looks like it suits him. A lot of times 70, you might just see that at spring training. 1-0 pitch. Here comes Ozzie Albies. He swings, pops it back our way. That'll land down underneath us. Mostly cloudy skies tonight. Some wavy gray clouds over the top of the ballpark. We're not expecting any rain tonight, though. Tarp is covered down the left field line. 1-0 Braves, bottom of the third. Not much of a breeze at all in the yard right now. Baldwin at first, Azokar at second. 1-1 on the way, and he hits into the air to left field. Jarren Duran trotting in. He's under it, makes the catch in medium depth left field, and 2 away in the third inning. So now it's in the hands of Matt Olson. We had some good news earlier today about Matt, chatting with Walt Weiss. Last night, I know a lot of fans who are watching the game noticed that Matt winced and was favoring his elbow after a swing. But Matt told Walt, look, it's something that I do every now and then, where it kind of just a little hyperextension and nothing to worry about.
Yeah, these guys, they never feel 100%. You know, after day one of spring training, there's always something going on at all times.
First pitch to Matt. And he swings and pops it a mile high. Shallow left, down the left field line. Caleb Duran is under it, makes the catch in foul territory halfway between the line and the tarp. And that ends the bottom of the third. Braves ran runners at first and second. We advance to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Braves.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Are you passionate about healthcare? South College offers a Bachelor of Science or an Associate of Science in Nursing program that could be your path to making a real difference. And after completing your program, you'll be eligible to take the NCLEX RN exam. South College offers modern nursing labs, simulation labs with viewing rooms, computer labs, student center study areas, and more. Visit south.edu today to learn more about South College's Atlanta or Marietta campus. South College, where dreams find direction.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join me, Buck Bellew, with Kelly Kroll from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Boston coming up to the plate in the top of the fourth inning with Gasper, Abreu, and Contreras. That's 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Braves have a 1-0 lead thanks to a solo homer by Drake Baldwin in the bottom of the first inning. Fourth inning is the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. And if the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight, Tidal Wave will offer half off any monthly unlimited wash membership tomorrow. There's a called strike. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Time called by Gasper. Meanwhile, Elder at 36 pitches for the game, 27 strikes, 9 balls. He indeed is on the attack. Coming right at him. 0-1 missed the outside corner with a slider.
Yeah, that's very important for him tonight to help the team out. 5 relievers had to work last night, so a little thin down there in the bullpen. The deeper he can go, the better.
Gasper takes ball outside. He's a switch hitter batting from the left side, and he's 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Gasper, dark mustache, awaits the 2-1, takes a ball high outside, 3-1. Elder fell behind Monasterio earlier. Battled back, got him to ground out to first base. Got a battle back here versus Mickey Gasper, a .389 hitter. 3-1, looping liner to right down for a base hit. And that's slightly misplayed by a Zokar, but he's able to get to it to limit Gasper to the one base. Leadoff single for Gasper. That brings Wilyer Abreu to the plate. Well, we mentioned last night that after 27 games, the Red Sox fired Alex Cora. And they promoted their AAA manager, Chad Tracy, who was with AAA Worcester, brought him to the big leagues. He had been the AAA manager at Worcester since 2022. Ball low and outside. He was promoted to the gig in Boston on April 25th. He's just 40 years old, as he's now the interim manager there in Boston. And you probably remember his father. 1 ball and no strikes on Abreu. Here it comes. There's a ball low. Tracy out of Claremont, California, the son of Jim Tracy, who managed the Dodgers from 01 to 05. He also managed the Pirates 06 and 07. And he managed the Rockies 09 and 12 right before Walt Weiss. 11 years total as a manager in the big leagues for his father, Jim Tracy. 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike from Elder. And this is not the same Chad Tracy from Charlotte, North Carolina, who played 9 years in the big leagues. 2 different Chad Tracys. 2-1. Fouled back into the screen, 2-2.
Yeah, he's a young manager, right? That's a big opportunity for him. I consider myself lucky to know him pretty well. We were roommates in AAA Round Rock for about a month. I was down there in the minor leagues, and we all shacked up together. He's a great roommate, I can tell you that. There's your scouting report. Very neat, very clean.
You think he'd say the same about you?
No, absolutely not.
2-2, a flare to left field down for a base hit. Abreu just served it out there down to second base for Gasper. And back-to-back singles to lead it off in the fourth inning for the Red Sox.
I got a chance to actually talk with Chad Tracy for a minute today. Boy, those major league managers are busy.
I bet.
You know, he finishing one interview, heading to another, and then he's got to run out and talk to his players. There's just so much to do in a day for a manager. So Only got a couple minutes of time, but certainly grateful for that.
Just constantly putting out fires.
Yeah, they really are.
1-0 Braves in the top of the fourth inning. Chad played his college ball at Pepperdine and then 9 seasons in the minor leagues as a player. Never made it to the big leagues in his playing career. Contreras swings and misses at a slider low and outside. Chad Tracy had 127 minor league home runs. And then got into coaching and, like we mentioned, managing in AAA since 2022 and now managing in the big leagues. Runners at first and second, no one out. 0-1 from Elder. Ground ball left side. Riley boots it, throws to second. Everybody's safe. That'll be an error. That was tailor-made to be 5-4-3. Instead, they get nothing, and it's an E5. Riley, frustrated with himself, just took his open hand and smacked it on his thigh. There was a 3-hopper to him, and it hit on the heel of the glove and bounced away.
Well, you don't see that all that often. His footwork looked a little funny on that to me. Maybe he was third baseman have to decide where they're going to go with that, if they're going to tag the base or I don't know.
Now Riley faced with one of the hardest things to do in the game. Put that behind you and focus on the next play. Yoshida takes a strike on the outside corner. And the thing is, with a guy like Bryce on the mound, there's no time to sit there and stew over an error. You might have another one hit right at you the very next play.
I bet he's out there hoping he gets the next one.
0-1, low and outside, 1-1. 1-0 Braves, but that's under threat right here in the top of the fourth inning. 2 singles and an error. And they're loaded with no one out. 0-1 to Yoshida. Slap fouled into the screen. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Elder could use a strikeout here. The 1-2 pitch in the air to left. Coming in Dubon. He is there, makes the catch. Tagging for third base, Gasper. Here's the throw to the plate. One hops to the dish, and he's safe. That was a great throw out of left field by Dubon at one hop to Sandy. And it looked like he got the tag down, but the tag maybe a little bit high on the shoulder. Walt holding his hand up to see if they want to take a look at it, and this will be challenged. Boy, this would be a huge double play, wouldn't it? As it stands now, it's a 1-1 game. I think Mauricio believes he's got him. I mean, was that a great throw or what?
One bounce right into the tagging zone.
I think they got him, too. Tag got him high, Darren, on the left shoulder. He was coming in feet first. Boy, that's close. Did the foot bounce over the plate? It may have. The left foot was what was extended. I could see this going either way. I mean, this is as close as it gets. Sandy put that tag right on the left shoulder and really jolted Gasper. About knocked his mustache off. Crowd likes what they see.
I mean, that potentially that foot bounced over the plate when he was sliding. It wasn't the most graceful slide. It's going to be a hard one to overturn. We just don't have a close-up angle of that foot bouncing over the plate. But a heck of a play nonetheless for a guy who says his best position defensively is at second base. He's a long way from second base out there in left field. You can put Mauricio Dubon in any position and he's going to do a good job.
The crew chief is third base umpire Vic Carapazza. We're waiting on his voice to address the stadium. They are taking a lengthy look at this one. Well, again, if this stands, we got a 1-1 game with runners at first and second, one out. If it's overturned, it's still a 1-0 score and 2 down to the inning. Carapazza and home plate umpire Nick Lentz about a third of the way down the third base line, chatting with each other and waiting on the decision. Vic has the earpiece in his right ear. And he's waiting on the decision to address the audience.
Well, they got dial-up internet up there in New York or what? This is taking a while.
Elder with some warm-up pitches to Sandy Leon.
And when they instituted this rule of review, they said, okay, we can do it. It has to be quick. Because obviously MLB wants these games to be sped up.
Do you think if the call had been out of the plate, this would be one that stands? In other words, whatever the call was of the plate, probably what stands?
I do. You're counting on that foot bouncing over home plate.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
After review, the call in the field stands. The runner is safe.
All right, we got a tie game. Call stands. It was so close, it did look like the foot may have bounced over the plate, but at the same time, when he's coming in with that foot, there's dirt and chalk flying along with it, kind of hiding the view of exactly when the heel touched the plate. And like Darren just mentioned, whatever the call in the field was is likely going to be the one that stands, unfortunately. So a 1-1 game. Here comes Ceddanne Rafaela. Runners at first and second. Now they're going to throw to third base to say that he left early, and he did not. Worth a try. It's RBI number 6 for Yoshida on the sac fly to left field. One apiece, top of the fourth, trying to limit the damage. Elder at 51 pitches. Here it is to Rafaela. And this will be challenged. He missed with a slider. Looked pretty good.
Sure did.
Waiting on the ABS, which is out on the video board in center, and that is a ball. So that call is confirmed. And that missed by a whisker. So the Braves lose a challenge. Both teams down to one ABS challenge now as we're in the top of the fourth inning. Elder's 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. Looked like the same pitch, didn't it?
Yeah, Elder's got so much depth on that slider. It's going to be tough to call at the bottom of that strike zone.
Elder at the belt. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul. Hits the railing of the Red Sox dugout.
Yeah, Rafaela's going to see a lot of sliders. He's seen more sliders in the major leagues than any batter to not have a hit against that pitch. So he's 0 for the slider this season.
See if Bryce can get it with him here. 1-2. Little flare out to second. Ozzie under it. And that little lollipop ends up in his glove for the second out. Contreras still at first. Still Abreu at second. And with 2 down, here comes Marcelo Meyer.
See, that's the danger of sitting on that slider against Bryce Elder. If you're a right-handed hitter and you're thinking, I'm going to dive out there and hit this the other way with the runner in scoring position, you better beware of that sinker coming in on your knuckles. Because that lazy pop-up there is just as good as a strikeout.
2 down for Meyer. Got to be careful this guy. He showed us some power last night with a homer into the chop house. And now time called. Meyer just 23 years old. 6'3", 190 from Chula Vista, California. He was taken 4th overall. There's a fly ball to left. Mauricio Dubon looking up into the cloudy sky. That comes on down, makes a 2-handed catch, and that ends the top of the 4th inning. But a run for the Red Sox on the sac fly by Yoshida. They strand 2 hits and an error in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, tied at 1.
What up, Braves fans? Joe Budden here to talk to you about my favorite part of the game, Prize Picks. Swing into action this baseball season with Prize Picks, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Prize Picks started in the A, so you know we had to show love to the home team. Plus, it's the best app for making all your sports picks.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. That's code BRAVES on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play $5. Prize Picks.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Attention Braves fans, we have a major announcement. Tire Discounters is back as the tire retailer partner of the Braves. Here's their Stasi jingle.
Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because if the Braves hit a home run, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignment. And a free oil change. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
Brought to you by Steel. Powering the future with professional grade battery tools built for the real world. Steel.
Technology can make you a better sports fan and a better driver. Use CarPlay or Android Auto to get the traffic on your dashboard while you listen to Chuck and Chernoff from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, or on the Fan app.
In between innings, Hilbert Margol, private first class from World War II, 42nd Infantry Division, was named our hometown hero. This has been a great celebration this weekend. Military Appreciation Weekend. We had the parachute show before the game. Those guys are amazing.
You ever been skydiving?
Absolutely not.
Not happening?
Not happening. It seems like it'd be quite the rush, and there might have been a time in my life where I'd have said I'd do it. Riley takes the ball low and outside, but I think that time has come and gone in my life.
Why jump out of a perfectly good plan,
That's right? I'll let them do it. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Austin Riley swings and misses. Every branch of the military represented in our pregame ceremony today. Beautiful ceremony. Put on perfectly with the United States flag out there across the outfield. And then the flags of all the branches of the military out there adjoining. Ball low, 2-1. And just a wonderful pregame ceremony. One apiece, bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1. Riley fouls it straight back. Have you ever jumped out of a plane?
I haven't, but I wouldn't be opposed to doing it.
I could see you doing it.
Yeah, I'm not particularly smart. I don't make good decisions. Sounds like fun.
Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Austin Riley. Riley off the end of the bat, foul down the right field line. What do you think is the wildest thing you've ever done? I mean, the most daring thing. Is there anything that stands out where you think, man, that was so stupid?
I do, yeah. I know exactly what it was.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Austin Riley. Riley sends it foul down the left field line.
Yeah, we were out in Scottsdale, Arizona. You make a lot of bad decisions there, and I was into rock climbing at the time. In high school, I would go rock climbing every day after the gym, and I continued that in college, even when I was playing some baseball.
2-2. Austin fouls it back.
I had a friend who lived in a high-rise in Scottsdale, and we had something in his apartment, I think on the 8th floor, that we needed to get, and the security wouldn't let me in because I didn't have a key. So I just climbed the outside of the building.
8 floors.
Yeah, I thought I was Alex Honnold. What an idiot.
There's the 2-2 pitch to Austin Riley. And Riley with a fly ball to center, coming in Rafaela, going out Meyer, and a sliding catch feet first by Cedon Rafaela. Just glided to it, perfectly executed slide, one down to the fourth inning. I mean, if you're climbing to the second floor, I can see it. 8 floors, that's up there, man.
Now, it wasn't like I was climbing the cracks in the masonry or anything. There were balconies with fences and all that. So it was really like 8 pull-ups that were, high risk.
Very high risk. Mauricio Dubon, ground ball deep of the hole. It's short, backhanded by Monasterio. Plants and throws. Skips the throw over there. And Wilson Contreras squeezes. And 2 down. You say that, but if you saw JR doing that in 15 years, your son, you'd probably freak out a little bit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's actually shocking that I've made it to 43 years, Ben. I made a lot of bad decisions. I hope my kids aren't as dumb as I was in high school. I hope their mom's side of the gene pool, affects them more.
Liz is going to help a lot with that. That'll be swung on missed.
Yes, I certainly caused my parents some anguish.
1-1 game, bottom of the fourth inning. 0-1 pitch. Harris with a fly ball to left, down the line. Duran into foul territory, has room, makes the catch, and then braces for impact going into the sidewall. And he holds on to it, and down go the Braves in order in the fourth. We're on to the fifth inning, tied at 1.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up on the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Braves fans know what it means to play with heart. Merck, Women Heart, and the Braves are teaming up for Playing with Heart, a national education program to raise awareness about bad cholesterol and the risks of heart attack or stroke. Join Braves legend Javi Lopez as they step up to the plate to join this important conversation. They gave their all on the field. Now they're helping to raise awareness about the risks of high bad cholesterol. Learn more about Playing with Heart and how important it is to talk to your doctor about your bad cholesterol. Visit playingwithheart.com for more information.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
Make Brian Finner and John Michaels and me home team Brandon Leak your soundtrack at work weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
We roll into the top of the fifth inning here at Truist Park in Atlanta. Braves 1, Red Sox 1. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the order for Boston. This will be Monasterio, Durbin, and Duran. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, one of the nation's leading and largest cancer programs. Northside is built to beat cancer. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Andrew Monasterio takes a ball high, 1 ball and no strikes. You got to be honest, this game tonight, through at least 4 innings, feels like an extension of last night. 1-0 pitch. Monasterio fouls it back, 1-1.
Yeah, two teams with some really good pitching staffs.
Yeah.
You know, the Sox starting staff doesn't have a great ERA, but in the last 2-3 weeks, they've really been stingy. And we know the Braves can pitch both in the rotation and in the pen.
1-1 from Elder, fouled back. I mean, everything that we heard from our buddies down the hall in the Red Sox booths was, look, you're going to see us pitch, and we'll pick it too. Mm-hmm. It's just not going to hit. And that's exactly as advertised.
That's how it's played out, that's for sure.
1 run, 3 hits for the Red Sox. 1 run, 2 hits, and an error for the Braves. 1-2, out to third. Backhand down on a knee by Riley. Up with it. Strong throw. There's a good rebound for him after the error last inning. 1 down after the ground out to third base.
Yeah, that's an exponentially harder play than the one he muffed last inning. But that's the beauty. You know he's feeling good about that play.
1 out in the top of the 5th inning. Few final scores out there as we give a glance to the Saia out-of-town scoreboard. All the out-of-town scores delivered to you by Saia, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Chopper up the third baseline, foul off the bat of Caleb Durbin. Well, the Phillies, after storming back last night to win in Pittsburgh in extras, blanked the Pirates today. That Philly team red hot. They win 6-0 today. They're back to 500. They were 10 games under 500 about 3 weeks ago. Durbin takes a call, strike 0-2. And now they're 23-23 after a 6-0 victory over the Pirates. Went 10 innings in Tampa, but the Marlins beat the Rays 10-5. 0-2 from Elder. Boy, that looked good. Just missed with a sinker. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also, the Nationals thumped the Orioles 13-3. Mets are trailing the Yankees 1-0 in the 3rd inning. 1-2. Low and outside with a slider. He's just not getting that corner, is he?
No, he's not. And if the Braves had both their challenges, I'm confident Leon would have challenged that last sinker that appeared to be a strike.
Elder with a 2-2 pitch. Fouled off into the screen.
I think the strategy of the ABS is fascinating. And I think we're going to see that mature as the year goes on. Teams are going to spend a lot of time and energy studying when to use it, what situations to use it, who's allowed to use it. And it'll just keep getting better for these teams. 2-2. And a bouncer to short. Kim has it on a chest-high hop.
Slings at the first base and 2 down. Here's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the frequency and how often, when during the games these challenges are coming, month by month. Yeah, because I think you might see a little bit more aggressiveness early in the season, early in games, and then by the time we get to July, August, September, maybe they're saving a challenge, maybe a little bit more conservative with it. I'm not sure.
Think about the playoffs, how important they become in the playoffs.
2 down for Jarren Duran, who takes a called strike. And because everybody's doing this for the first time, so I could see the strategy evolving over the course of a season where you feel you have a better grip of it come July or August than maybe in March or April. That'll be fouled off by Duran, 0-2. 1-1 game, top of the 5th.
And I wonder if MLB would consider having an extra ABS challenge for the playoffs, just because you want to get the calls right. There's some talk that maybe a couple more of them would be great because the overarching idea is to get the calls right.
0-2 pitch. There's a ball low. Or you could stick with the 2, and once you get to the 8th inning, you get one more. Something like that.
That would make a lot of sense.
Ball and 2 strikes on Jarren Duran. Elder fires and sent foul up into the 3rd deck along the left field line. Base is empty, 2 down, top of the 5th. Elder at 70 pitches, 50 strikes. Trying to take care of Duran. 1-2 pitch. And he solved him with a changeup. Swung on, missed. Strikeout number 3 for Elder. A 1-2-3 inning, his 3rd in 5 frames to go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 1. Hey, Atlanta baseball fans, it's Ben Ingram. Spring is here, and the excitement of a new season is in the air. It's also the perfect time to upgrade your backyard with TimberTech decking. TimberTech combines innovative technology with real-world resilience to deliver the beauty of wood without constant maintenance. Built to handle sun, storms, and years of gatherings, TimberTech is designed to perform season after season. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Racetrack knows ATL moves fast. You can feel it, especially on Braves game days. So make a stop that counts. All beef hot dogs, Swirl World frozen yogurt with endless toppings, a freeze blast to cool off. All your faves whenever you need them. The Braves bring the energy. Racetrack keeps it going. Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2026 Atlanta Braves. 2 legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
This is Barrett Salee. Your phone calls are always welcome during the 680 wrap-up after every Braves game on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
One apiece, bottom of the 5th inning, 7-8-9 coming up for the Braves. And there's still Peyton Tolley out there on the mound. Braves really jumped him early. There's a called strike on Ha-Seong Kim. Some really hard-hit balls in the first inning, including a home run by Drake Baldwin. But Darren, since then, he's really settled in. A couple of 1-2-3 innings. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Ha-Seong Kim. Kim takes a ball low.
Yeah, I don't think either of these pitchers have their best strikeout stuff tonight. Both very capable of racking up double-digit numbers in that category. But Tolley certainly has some deception to him. That big body, long arms, reaching out, 7 feet of extension.
1-1 popped up, reaching towards the seats down the first base line, out of play, 1-2.
You know, he's throwing a lot of fastballs, and we have some hitters in our lineup that love to hit fastballs. So the first one they see they like, they're letting it fly. So he's got his pitch count pretty low.
1-2. Hot shot foul to the left field line. 1-2. Got him. Curve at the outside corner. That's his third strikeout. One down here in the fifth inning. This rookie Tolley has a really nice tribute to his late mother, Gina, stitched into his glove. And if you're listening to our audio and have it paired with the television, or if you happen to be close enough to their dugout here at the ballpark and see his glove, you can see that message. Pitch on the way to Leon. There's a called strike. He's got a black glove, and in red stitching, there's a quote inscribed that says, "You're so pretty." Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Leon takes a ball high, and that is a heartwarming tribute, he's admitted, to his late mom, Gina. And whenever he was pitching in his younger years, she would shout that phrase affectionately, sometimes sarcastically, to embarrass him in front of his teammates. There's a pop-up, shallow left. Durbin and Monasterio both there. This is the shortstop Monasterio's ball. Makes the catch in foul territory down the left field line. And 2 down. But I just love that. Obviously, I don't know his late mom, never met her. Yeah. But I just love that sense of humor, and the fact that he can still honor the memory of his mom with that stitched onto the back of his glove is awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, the journey through youth baseball to the major leagues is as much about the parents that help you get there as it is about you.
Zokar takes a ball high.
When I retired a couple years back, my parents were crushed. First time in my life, they never had baseball to watch.
Well, now they have baseball to listen to.
That's right.
1-0 to a Zokar. There's a called strike. I just can't even imagine the embarrassment and laughter from the teammates when Tolley's probably 11, 12 years old and his mom is screaming, "You're so pretty," from the bleachers. There's a 1-1. That'll be fouled off. 1-2. I bet she was hilarious.
But look at the size of them. I mean, teammates can laugh all they want.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to tease him too much. They're going to get bonked on the head.
One game, bottom of the fifth. 1-2 to a Zokar, and he rips it down the left field line. This is bound for the corner. All the way into the corner. This will be another double for Jose Zokar. That's his second double of the game. And it comes with 2 down. That's the first Braves base hit since his double back in the third inning.
This Braves club, the guys at the end of the bench just continue to produce. I think that's something that really stands out about this year so far is the guys who are put in there as pinch hitters, the guys who only get to play against lefties or righties. I'm thinking Dom Smith, Mike Yastrzemski. They're just on fire.
Keeps the inning alive for Drake Baldwin. Base hit should mean a run. Currently tied at 1. First pitch to Drake. He swings and laces it into left field, down for a base hit. Here comes a Zokar. Throw from Duran to the plate, slightly up the first base line. Run scores, throw to second, and out at second base is Baldwin. But the Braves have taken the lead. Drake with another RBI base hit. That was his 36th RBI of the season, and it gives the Braves a 2-1 lead. We played 5, off to the top of the 6th, 2-1 Atlanta.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up in the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy & Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
I remember the hard road that led to this moment.
And the MLB Comeback Player of the Year is Atlanta Braves pitcher Johnny Venters.
Every day I work towards a better future for my family, my teammates, and my community. Having a setback in life can be devastating, but each challenge is a setup for your strongest comeback.
Braves win!
That's why I trust Globe Life. For over 125 years, they have been helping families protect their financial future. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
The radio home of the Atlanta Braves is everywhere. Watch our live in-studio camera, chat with other fans, or check out the best archive clips from our local shows by searching 680 The Fan on YouTube.
Thanks to 2 RBIs, Drake Baldwin has given the Braves a 2-1 lead over the Red Sox. Drake with a homer in the first inning, that RBI single in the 5th. Trying to take second on the third of the plate out of left field. And they got him down there at second base, but he drove in a Zokar. Mickey Gasper to the plate, takes the ball low and inside. Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. 2-1 Braves, top of the 6th. Elder brings it. Ground ball weakly to second. Ozzy's there. Winks it to first and 1 down. Folks, you ever wonder what a home run tastes like? It's a little peppery, a little tangy, and a lot like the original Louisiana hot sauce. The official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. That was a good little boost for the team, scoring that run suddenly with 2 up and 2 down, a double by a Zokar and the single by Baldwin. And now Elder had 73 pitches for the game with a 1-run lead in the 6th. Abreu fouls it back. Well, Darren, before the game, you mentioned the need for him to go deep into the ball game. Right now, it appears he's on track to do so.
Yeah, he's been very efficient. 73 pitches. You know, he's here into the 6th inning. So you're thinking at least 7. You get greedy, hoping for 8.
Well, 1 inside, 1-1.
And he has wasted a few pitches tonight. He just doesn't have his perfect punch-out stuff that he had last start against the Dodgers.
1-1. Fouled off.
But the pitching very well. And when you're chasing strikeouts, you're going for those strikeouts. You're going to use some pitches. Also, the error by Riley at third cost him a few pitches. But, yeah, you're going to try to push him as far as you can.
Time called by Abreu. We've had 2 plays at the plate tonight, and the batter's boxes have been smeared left and right. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Abreu takes a called third strike. This will be challenged. And if they do not get this right, the Red Sox will be out of ABS challenges. 1 down in the inning. This was a ball that missed by a lot. ABS says that missed by, looks like 2-3 inches. It missed by so much they don't even indicate how far it missed.
Wilyer Abreu's laughing down there.
So 2-2. Elder, long look in. Wind up in the 2-2. Fly ball towards left. Mauricio Dubon to his left. Slows. He's there. Makes a 2-handed catch and 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning. If you're sitting in the ballpark right now, you'd see the chalk from the batter's boxes smeared all over the place down there in the batter's circle. When a Zokar scored on a headfirst slide there in the 5th inning, it looked like he dove headfirst into a case of baby powder. Just chalk flying everywhere, all up in his face, on his uniform. Two down for Wilson Contreras. He'll take a ball low. Definitely want to stick around for the bottom of the 6th. It'll be the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Contreras takes a called strike. Braves have hit 1 homer tonight. The solo shot by Baldwin in the 1st. And then Drake with the RBI single in the 5th inning to give the Braves this current 2-1 lead. 1-1 missed low. 2 balls and a strike. See if he can get him with something here and then finish him off with that slider. It's been a good pitch versus Contreras. 2-1, punched through the left side, past the diving Ha-Seong Kim, went to the sinker there, and Contreras belted it through the left side.
A couple times this inning, Sandy Leon has come out in front of the plate and talking to Bryce about pitch selection. The out he had against Wilyer Abreu, he went down to the very last second of pitch clock. They couldn't agree on what they wanted to throw. These guys should know each other well. Sandy caught him quite a bit at AAA Gwinnett. And I've heard Bryce talk about how much he likes throwing to Leon.
It seems to be a common theme.
Yeah, right.
You don't stick around as long as Sandy has without being a favorite backstop of pitchers that you have. Sheeta takes a ball low. Elder with the blonde beard. Right-hander from Decatur, Texas. Checking on the runner, Contreras over at first base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a fly ball to left. Going back a bit, Dubon circles off his route. He's got it. And there's the third out. 6 innings put together by Elder. He's used 83 pitches to do so. No runs, 1 hit, no errors at a man left. To the bottom of the 6th, 2-1 Braves.
Strike 3. Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been in an auto accident and need legal representation, do yourself a favor and get the best call there is. I'm Attorney Ken Nugent. My team will fight for you and stick with you from start to finish, working hard to get your money quick. Give our team a call. 404-CALL-KEN. One call, that's all. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
NFS Nugent PC Attorneys at Law, 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast, Suite 1000, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309.
1966, 2 legends rolled onto the scene. The Atlanta Braves and the Ford Bronco SUV. Same relentless drive, same legendary grit.
This is Michael Harris II. Go deep on your next adventure with the power and off-road capability of a Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport SUV. For great offers, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
Oh, what's with the laser saw?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members, cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, Doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how Doers get more done.
Start your weekend with the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Crawl, Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Braves looking to add on to the lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning, leading 2-1. Ozzie Albies checking in. It's Albies, Olsen, and Riley. First pitch from Tolley. This with a cutter, 1 ball and no strikes. It's the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And at the Braves homer here in the 6th inning, our contestant Anthony Jordan from Lawrenceville, Georgia, won $2,350. 1-0 outside. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Let's hope so. Good count for Ozzie. Batting from the right side against the lefty Tolley. 2-0 pitch, fouled off, 2-1. Mets have taken the lead in New York against the Yankees. That game's in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 2-1 Mets lead in the 4th inning. 2-1 and a fly ball to right. Abreu going back a bit, still back. And right at the edge of the warning track makes the catch. 1 away. 1 out for Matt Olson. Braves and Red Sox in the 2nd game of this series. We'll finish this series tomorrow. And we don't have to wait long to see the Red Sox again. In fact, we go to Boston in about a week and a half. Olson takes a called strike. May 26th, 27th, and 28th. That's a Tuesday through a Thursday. Braves and Red Sox dueling from Fenway. 0-1, got a curveball over for a strike.
Yeah, I can't wait for that trip. I think overall Fenway might be my favorite place to broadcast. It feels like you're sitting right over the umpire's shoulder when we're in our booth.
You really are, man.
It just feels like you're part of the game, and such a historic place. I'm looking forward to that.
See, that's exactly it. Not just a part of the game, you feel like you're a part of history working in that ballpark. 0-2 in the air to center, may drop in, coming in Rafaela. I should have remembered who's in center field. He sprints along, makes a nice grab. And 2 down here in the inning. Yeah, we always take our rangefinder, the golf rangefinder, with us and shoot all the booths and see how close our booth is to home plate. And that is, without a doubt, the closest booth to home plate in the big leagues by a pretty good margin. Austin Riley sends it foul. I've got my booth distance sheet right here. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ballparks I have to shoot, but we'll have them all this year. But the booth at Fenway, 38 yards from the plate. Most of them are between 50 and 60 yards. Well, one is inside. And by comparison, where we sit right now in the visiting radio booth here at Truist Park, we're 60 yards from the plate. And at Fenway, you're 38 yards.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful vantage point.
Riley hits it hard to short. Andrew Monasterio is able to stop it, up with it, throws over for the out. It's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th inning. So we've completed 6, and we go to the 7th with the Braves leading the Red Sox 2-1. Ben Ingram here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles are in a place on their front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. They have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision. And now for the ball game.
Hey Braves fans, make sure you're hitting on all cylinders this season. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change for home run service. Just slide on in, no appointment necessary. You'll get a winning oil change in about 15 minutes so you can get cruising on I-75 in time to root for your Braves. So whether you're heading to Truist Park or back to home base, trust the team at Valvoline Instant Oil Change to get you there. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, this is Jaron Solomon from Solomon Brothers Jewelers. People ask me all the time, what does it mean to be the preferred jeweler of the Atlanta Braves? And it means a lot to the Solomon family. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia, and more importantly, I'm a Southeast kid. And the Atlanta Braves have meant everything to me growing up. They're a fabric of their community. We believe we're a fabric of this community. And being associated with the Atlanta Braves has truly been an honor, and we really appreciate it. Go Braves.
Tune in every weekday morning at 7:45 for Atlanta Braves Today. And listen for your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and the Fan app.
Into the 7th. Still both starters in the game. So 2-1 lead for the Braves into the top of the 7th. It'll be Rafaela, Meyer, and Monasterio. First pitch on the way from Bryce Elder. Hit in the air to left field. That'll go down for a base hit. Rafaela aboard. He's going for second. Here's the throw out of left field. Tagged down at second, and that's not in time. Dubon raced to the line to get there. Able to get leather on it, plant and fire. And Kim cut it and sent it to second just a little bit too late.
Bryce Elder just spiked the ball after the play was dead in frustration. That was not the way you want to start off your 7th inning. Just a slider right down, a cutter right down the middle that Rafael got good wood on.
So he's at second for Marcelo Meyer. Base hit could tie the game. Meyer, comebacker, taken by Elder. Nice play. Looks back Rafaela to second. Throws over to first for the out. If that gets through him, good chance Rafaela advances. But Bryce darting off the first base side of the mound and able to get it in the webbing of his glove will make that the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Yeah, that was a great play. I mean, that's a luxury of landing in an athletic fielding position like Bryce Elder does.
Here's Andrew Monasterio. Line drive up to short. Picked by Kim. Spins and throws. How about that? That was in the glove, and it's almost like it surprised Ha-Sung for a second because it was snow-coned in there. But able to make that play in 2 down. Now it's Caleb Durbin to the plate. In between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance. The Warrior Alliance is stepping up to the plate to help Warriors navigate to success after military service. Visit thewarrioralliance.org to learn more. There's Caleb Durbin, 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to short. First pitch taken for a called strike. What you just mentioned on Elder, you go back to some of the conversations that have taken place about Elder meeting with Greg Maddux over the offseason and their relationship. And Bryce taking notes while talking to Greg. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to short. To his left, Kim glides, gloves, fires it over. There's the third out. But there's nobody better at that, what you mentioned, than Greg Maddux.
Yeah, he was the best.
And good to see that out of Bryce Elder. Good defense there in the 7th. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. 2-1 Braves. Springtime means one thing, the return of baseball and the sweet taste of Real Sweet Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms. Grown by a third-generation Georgia family farm, these aren't just any onions. It can only be a Vidalia if it's grown in a specific region of South Georgia where the soils are just right. From backyard burgers to five-star meals, Real Sweet Vidalias are the MVP of every meal. And with one onion, that does it all. You're getting real value in every bite. Real Sweet Vidalia onions, available now through Labor Day. Make every day real sweet.
Jeff Francoeur here to talk with you about your car insurance. You gotta have it, so you might as well work with a company that invests your dollars right back into your community. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance supports grassroots efforts that strengthen rural communities and protect farms and products growing here in Georgia. You can rely on them for quality insurance coverage and to help protect our access to local food. Get a quote at gfbinsurance.com, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance.
At long last, all the greatest hits together on one compact disc with timeless classics like
The Lottery Just Paid, I finally got it made.
And who can forget the mega hit Big Money?
Big money, ain't it funny, the cash is raining down.
Minutes of pure listening pleasure.
I hit the jackpot and I got...
No one wants these hits, but everyone wants a nice hit of cash. Play the new hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta, the official hotel partner of the Atlanta Braves, steps from Truist Park. Book now and take advantage of available rates and offers at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
Save time during your workday commute when you rely on your smartphone. Get real-time traffic reports from the app of your choice while you listen to the radio home of the Braves, only on the Fan app.
The Braves on top of the Red Sox 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Folks, the average baseball game has 9 innings. That means 9 chances to put the original Louisiana hot sauce on all your favorite ballpark eats. They're all tastier with the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. Still totally on the mound for the Red Sox. He'll be going into the 7th inning. Braves and Red Sox seeing each other this weekend. You think about the history of these two franchises, and as you know, the Braves franchise started in the city of Boston. In fact, the Braves are in Boston for 82 seasons. And by comparison, this is the 61st season in Atlanta. You have to be here another 22 years to be in Atlanta longer than they're in Boston. That's hard to believe. They were the Red Stockings, the Red Caps, the Bean Eaters. They went through a lot of nicknames. The Doves, the Rustlers, the Bees, and then the Braves. And of course, this franchise won its first World Series championship as the Boston Braves in 1914. And boy, some great players in those Boston days. Of course, Warren Spahn pitched in Boston. Kid Nichols, Bob Elliott, Wally Berger, King Kelly, Rabbit Marinville, Johnny Evers, Bill James, Joe Connolly. Speaking of Bill James and Dick Rudolph in 1914, both were 26-game winners that year. Different age, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was.
Not one, but 2 guys won 26 games. Braves were playing at South End grounds for a while. Then they built Braves Field. That's now Nickerson Field. So if you're ever in Boston, you want to see a portion of one of the Braves stadiums in Boston. Nickerson Field, now on the campus of Boston University, still stands. And when that was home of the Boston Braves, they had a small bleacher section in the outfield known as the jury box. Here's Mauricio Dubon. There's a called strike. Pretty cool, huh? I'm sitting in the jury box today.
Is Aaron Judge playing right field?
Yeah. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Dubon with a fly ball to center. Drifting Rafaela, spinning left, then right. And now makes the catch and 1 down. In the short time they were the Boston Bees, they nicknamed the stadium the Beehive. And then when they went to the Braves, it became the Wigwam. And then, of Of course, the Braves left Boston, went on to Milwaukee. They're there for 13 seasons and here in Atlanta since 1966. One down for Michael Harris. Harris shows bunt, bunts it up the third base line. Durbin lets it roll, and a foul ball. I mean, barely. That went all the way down the chalk line. Durbin had one choice. That was just to let it go, see if it go foul. And it went foul maybe 2 inches in front of the front left corner of the bag. As good as Durbin is, if he had decided to try to play it and pick it up, he had no shot to get Harris.
No.
So just let it go and hope it rolls his way.
And we've talked a lot about how good defensively the Red Sox are. I was down on the field today when they were taking infield, and it's you forget how good these guys are and how smooth and how easy they make it look.
0-1 in the air to center. Coming in, Rafaela sprinting in, and he lunges forward, makes the catch. And that guy gets to everything. 2 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, I played for 15 years, but I haven't been down there in the field when they're doing that in a while. And just being that close and seeing the speed with which they're doing it and the ground balls, the hops, they're just perfect in pregame warm-ups.
It's fun to watch, isn't it?
It really is. Even though I've been watching it my whole life.
It's mesmerizing to watch those guys take infield. Sung Kim fouls it back. That was a fastball 96 on the 74th pitch of the game by Peyton Tolle.
136. It's a sellout. 3-9, 3-3-6. Sellout number 9 this season.
0-1. Kim, a check swing. There's a called strike. They just announced our attendance tonight. It is a sellout crowd, 39,336. And it's the 9th sellout of the year. This is the Braves' 23rd home game, as they've gone 15-7 in the previous 22 and leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 0-2 to Kim in the air to right. Routine play for Wilyer Abreu, trotting in, makes the catch in medium depth right field, and the Braves go in order in the bottom of the 7th. Getting late, we go to the top of the 8th, 2-1 Braves.
It came from outer space.
No, it came from Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
The taste is out of this world.
Well, the taste is, but they're from Atlanta and now at Truist Park.
They are burgers you could die for.
But please don't. You can find Grindhouse Killer Burgers at Truist Park in the Outfield Market, sections 315 and 335. And now in the West End by the Works, or at one of the other 5 Atlanta and Athens locations. You can even book our food truck to bring Grindhouse to your next event. Grindhouse Killer Burgers.
Live fast.
Eat well.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military. And the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education. Way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org. Helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Oil lights never come on at a good time.
Oh, come on!
You got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 Oil Change handle it. Drive in and let our techs change your oil, check your tires, top off your fluids, and have you back on the road. It's stop fast. All while you stay in your car. No putting your entire schedule on hold, no upsells, no problem. Take 5 has a special offer to our Atlanta and Charlotte area fans. Wear your Braves gear on Tuesdays to get 25% off your oil change. Find your nearest shop at take5.com.
Your smart speaker could help make the workday fly by or keep you company before the Braves take the field. Tell your smart speaker, play 680 The Fan.
7 innings behind us. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Like we mentioned earlier, this feels like an extension of last night's game. Braves won 3-2 in 10 innings. A lot of good pitching, good defense. Not a whole lot of offense. Braves leading 2-1 in the top of the 8th, top of the order for the Red Sox. And it's still Elder out there. This will be his 90th pitch of the game. His first pitch misses high and outside of Jarren Duran. This is also the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And if the Braves strike out the side in order, our contestant Jason McCrary will be our winner. There's a pop-up on the infield. Kim in shallow center, calling off Ozzie Albies, makes the catch, 1 down. And no winner of the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, but If Elder had struck out the side in order, Jason McCrary would have been the winner of a brand new Yanmar ZTR. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar ZTR and to be entered for a grand prize tractor drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, back longer. One out for Mickey Gasper. He has scored the only Red Sox run of the game. He's 1 for 3. Gasper takes a sinker low and outside. He scored back in the 4th inning on the sac fly by Masataka Yoshida. 1-0 pitch. This is the outside corner, 2-0. Martin Perez throwing in the Braves bullpen right now. 4 in a row set down by Elder. Here's his 94th pitch. Check swing, roller fouled on the third base line.
You know, with the changes Elder's made to his arsenal this season, he's become more of a fly ball pitcher, just a league average ground ball rate. But that certainly isn't the case tonight. He's got 12 ground outs already versus 5 air outs. Just 3 strikeouts, so he's doing a lot of his work in the field. That's a big number on those ground outs. That's why you love having a good defense behind you.
Elder, tug of the cap, adjusts the shoulders of his uniform, and mounts back up on the rubber. Out of the windup, looking into his target, Sandy Leon. Fans a tan glove in front of his face. Steps, kicks, and brings the 2-1. Ground ball to first, glove by Matt Olson. He'll race to the bag, and he'll win the race, putting his right foot on the bag just ahead of Gasper. And 2 down to the 8th inning. Elder has 1 complete game in his career. That was back in his rookie season. That was in a game at Washington. It was the same day that we visited the White House to celebrate winning the World Series championship the year prior. He's got 2 down here in the 8th inning tonight with Wilyer Abreu climbing in.
Yeah, we talked earlier how important it was for him to get deep in this game, save that bullpen. And he certainly has done that. He's gotten even more efficient as the game has gone on.
Trying to beat the Red Sox for the first time in his career, just the second time he's seen them. And now has to face one of the more dangerous hitters, maybe the most dangerous hitter in their lineup right now, in Wilyer Abreu. He's 1 for 7 in the series. The one was a single back in the 4th inning of this game. Outside of that, a strikeout as well as a flyout. Abreu sends one down the left field line. That'll loop in for a fair ball. Dubon cuts it off, fires to second. Here comes a throw. Here comes Abreu. It bounces by Ozzie. Backing up a play, Matt Olson. And Abreu down to second base with a double.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what that meeting on the mound was about. Was reminding Bryce that Abreu is probably the biggest power threat in this Sox lineup, so let's pitch him carefully. He made a good pitch down and away. Abreu just put a better swing on him.
So now the tying run at second for Wilson Contreras. He singled his last trip to the plate. Blistered one between Kim and Riley on the left side of the infield. 247 hitter, right on right matchup. 96 pitches for Elder, trying to dig deep, get one more out, keep him off the board in the 8th. Contreras hits it deep down the left field line, hooking foul. It was a changeup that he sent pretty deep down the left field line. 0-1 down, Contreras. See if Elder can execute a couple of good pitches, get Contreras. Keep that runner stranded at second. 0-1. Lunge and a miss at a slider. That's what he wants to set up right there against this guy.
That's a heck of a pitch. One of the better ones we've seen tonight. Looks like a strike the whole way and then dives straight down at the plate.
And if he can put the golden touch on one more slider like that, you'd think he'd be able to get him. Crowd getting behind Elder. 0-2 on the way. Missed low with a slider. They didn't quite have the break away from the right-handed hitters the previous slider. Ball and 2 strikes. Bryce at 99 pitches. This would likely be the last batter he would face. Perez, the lefty, toss it in the bullpen. Yoshida in the on-deck circle. Elder set. And the 1-2. Fly ball to deep left field. Racing back Dubon. Dubon goes back to the wall. That is gone. Hung a slider. Couldn't execute it the way that he wanted. And the Red Sox jump in front here in the top of the 8th inning on the homer by Wilson Contreras. That just breaks your heart for Bryce.
Back to that slider again. Maybe went to the well one too many times. It was actually down below the zone. Contreras just put a really good swing on it.
Yeah, good point. He didn't hang it quite as much as I thought he did. So Bryce will continue. 3-2 Red Sox. Here's Yoshida. And he takes a called strike. That homer by Contreras, his 9th. At RBIs 24 and 25 as the Red Sox have a 3-2 lead in the 8th. 0-1 cutter misses. 1-1. Braves in the bottom of the 8th will have Leon, Azócar, and Baldwin due up. 1-1. Ground ball to first. Knocked down by Matt. He tosses to the bag. Bryce sprints that way and wins the race. That's a wonderful play by Matt Olson. And that ends the top of the 8th inning. But a 2-run homer by Contreras gives the Red Sox the lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Boston.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. If you're ready for a better checking account, my friends at Georgia's Own Credit Union can help. Open an all-access checking account from Georgia's Own, and you'll get access to more than 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, and get paid up to 2 days early. Best of all, for a limited time, earn a welcome bonus when you open a new all-access checking account. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCUA. Restrictions apply. Visit georgiasown.org for complete details.
As the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, the original Louisiana hot sauce is here to make sure all your favorite ballpark eats can't be beat. It's like a beautifully balanced 5-tool power hitter made with peppers, vinegar, and salt, bringing the right kind of heat for whatever's going on the grill. Hot dogs, burgers, and all those fully loaded brats. Grab the original Louisiana hot sauce for a taste that always hits. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Brought to you by Steel. Powering the future with professional grade battery tools built for the real world. Steel.
Hey Braves fans, Buck Bellew here reminding you to get your sports fix the easy way. Tell your smart speaker to play 680 The Fan.
Into the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Red Sox suddenly have a 3-2 lead after the 2-run homer in the top of the inning by Wilson Contreras. It's still Tolle on the mound for the Red Sox. Boy, the way the Braves are swinging early versus Tolle, you didn't think he'd be around all that long. But he has settled in very well. He's had 4 1-2-3 innings in the first 7. And now he's trying to hand the lead to one of his relievers for the 9th. First pitch, a called strike on Sandy Leon. Leon, Azócar, and Baldwin. Lefty brings the 0-1. Swung on, missed by Sandy. Making an 0-2 count on him. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to short and a pop out to short. This will be pitch number 78 from Tolle. 0-2, rocked in the air to left field, but Duran in line with it, drifting back, makes the catch. And 1 down to the 8th. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Well, a very determined and motivated looking Peyton Tolle grunts as he climbs the mound, looking into his catcher, Mickey Gasper. The pitch on the way to Jose Azócar, fouled back into the screen. Jose's been able to sting him a couple of times. 2 for 2, 2 doubles, and a run scored. use another double right here. 0-1. Missed inside with a cutter. You'd love to have him on base for Drake Baldwin, who has driven in both Braves runs tonight as he waits in the on-deck circle. 1-1, fouled back. That fastball, 97 from Tolley. Grunting with every pitch.
Zokar and Baldwin have all 4 of the Braves hits tonight. So this is a good shot here as Tolley gets a little fatigued. And we've now seen him 3 times.
Tolley trying to dig deep. 1-2. Low it outside. We mentioned Tolley's size. 6'6", 250. Bristling mustache. Sweaty dark hair flipping out of the back of his olive green cap. Looks over the top of his black glove and the 2-2 pitch. Zokar hits into the air to right field. Coming in, Abreu towards the line. Slows, makes the catch, and 2 away. So the guy at the top and the guy at the bottom, the only guys who have produced tonight.
And luckily, they're right next to each other. So Drake was able to drive the Zokar in. Aroldis Chapman looms large down there in that Red Sox bullpen, one of the nastiest closers in the league. So got to do everything you can here in the 8th.
Baldwin with a high fly ball to left with some carry. Duran going back, shy of the warning track under it. And he's got it for the out. And the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the 8th. Tip of the cap to Peyton Tolley. He's been great through 8. We go to the 9th inning, 3-2 Boston.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area.
Braves fans know what it means to play with heart. Merck, Women Heart, and the Braves are teaming up for Playing with Heart, a national education program to raise awareness about bad cholesterol and the risks of heart attack or stroke. Join Braves legend Javi Lopez as they step up to the plate to join this important conversation. They gave their all on the field. Now they're helping to raise awareness about the risks of high bad cholesterol. Learn more about Playing with Heart and how important it is to talk to your doctor about your bad cholesterol. Visit playingwithheart.com for more information.
Braves country is Bronco country. This is Michael Harris II. On or off-road, there's a lot of great and exciting places to check out. And the best way to do it is in the powerful, off-road ready Ford Bronco. See you out there.
For great offers on a new Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport SUV, see your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Bronco and Bronco Sport are trademarks of Ford or its affiliates. All rights reserved.
Jeff Francoeur only appears on one radio station in Atlanta. Get the latest on the Braves and the biggest MLB headlines every Monday morning at 9 on 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
Red Sox 3, Braves 2 as we head into the top half of the ninth. Bryce Elder, job well done. 8 innings pitched, 3 earned. You know that home run, that 2-run home run last inning really stings. On to pitch the ninth. Left-hander Martin Perez. Been in the Braves rotation, made 5 starts this year, and now working out of the bullpen.
And greeted by Cedar Rafaela. Right-handed hitter takes a called strike. Braves in the bottom of the ninth will have Albies, Olsen, and Riley. And Aroldis Chapman up and tossing in that bullpen. We'll likely see the hard-throwing lefty in the ninth. 0-1 pitch. Missed inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Martin's last appearance against the Cubs out of the bullpen was very tidy. 1 inning, no hits. 2 beautiful strikeouts, so he's willing to do whatever Walt asked him to do.
1-1, missed low. Rafaela was anticipated being called to strike and was starting to tap the helmet for an ABS challenge. And clearly he didn't want that as it was called a ball. 2-1. There's a strike. Got a cutter over. 2-2. Right now this will be challenged. Both teams have 1 ABS challenge remaining. ABS indicates that this is a strike. So that's the last challenge for the Red Sox. 2-2 on Cedon Rafaela. Perez kicks and brings it. Missed inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Braves will need a comeback win tonight. They lead the big leagues in comebacks, trailing by a run in the 9th. 3-2, a swing and a miss at a changeup. That was a good one. One out here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, that's Martinez. I would say his best off-speed pitch. Opponents are only hitting .095 against that pitch this season. That's 4 for 42. So he's got a good one.
Marcelo Meyer hit a home run late last night. That was a 7th inning homer. And at that point, tied the game. Meyer took what looked like a good pitch. This will be challenged by Sandy Leon. Sandy held the mitt there, waiting on a called strike by Nick Lynch. It never came, so he makes the challenge. Rays down to their final ABS challenge, and this will be one. That is a strike.
Let's see, Sandy was a little hesitant. He looked about half sure he wanted a challenge there, but good job getting that strike.
Left on left matchup. 0-1 to Meyer. Low and outside with a sinker. Could have flipped the coin on that one, too.
He thought about it.
Martin all over the edges of the zone. 1-1. Swing and a miss at a change. Sellout crowd, 39,336 on a Saturday night. Final game of the series, a day game tomorrow. Here's the 1-2, and he doubles up on the changeup, gets the swing and the miss. And he strikes out Meyer, 2 down here in the 9th inning. Speaking of that game tomorrow, that'll be a 1:35 Eastern first pitch, 12:35 Central. Grant Holmes on the mound for the Braves. Red Sox have not announced a starter for tomorrow. Maybe some heroics in the 9th inning in this one. Still need one more out. Here's Andrew Monasterio. And he swings and tips it foul to the backstop, 0-1. Three-two Red Sox, top of the 9th. One low and inside. But really just one bad moment for Bryce Elder, giving up that 2-run homer in the 8th. He was 1 out away from 8 innings of 1-run ball. And then Wilson Contreras with a 2-run homer. 1-1 high and outside. And it's a line that, I know he's very frustrated, but a line that if he can do that every time, my goodness.
Yeah, we'll take it.
2-1, weak pop-up, shallow right. Azokar should say, coming in. And he's got it in shallow right. And it's a 1-2-3-9. Well, you never give up on this team. Trailing by 1 run. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 3-2 Boston.
Braves fans, when you listen to the game, you know there's more happening than what shows up on the box score. The same is true after a truck crash. These cases aren't like car accidents. Different rules, different playbook. I'm attorney John Foy, the strong arm. I know how trucking companies move fast to protect themselves and what they hope you never find out. If you've been hit by a big truck, you need someone who's ready to step up and swing for the fences. Make the right call. Attorney John Foy and Associates, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
Spring is back in Braves country, which means it's time to get your yard ready for the season ahead. Cookouts, backyard catch, friends and family together, your lawn is the backdrop to it all. So this season, get your lawn ready with Pennington and keep it strong all year long. As a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew, Pennington is all about thick, durable grass, built for life's big and small moments. Pennington Grass Seed, available at the Home Depot.
Hit of cash with the new Hit family of scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
When the Braves aren't playing on a weeknight, join the Buck Belue Show with me, Kelly Kroll, from 6 to 8 on 680 The Fan, 93.7 FM, and The Fan app.
Bottom of the ninth, Braves got to get something going. They're trailing the Sox 3-2. Red Sox bring on their closer, lefty Aroldis Chapman. 17 seasons in the league. He has 9 saves this year and has 376 career saves. Just one more will get him in a tie for 10th place all time with Joe Nathan.
Ozzie Albies leading off, batting from the right side. First pitch to Ozzie. He swings and flares one in foul ground. First base side over there, sliding and making the catch, Wilson Contreras. For a second, it looked like he might be screened by first base umpire Hunter Wendelstedt. He couldn't get around Big Hunter down there.
It's a moving screen. We're going to have to call a block there.
Hunter was rumbling out of the way, and Contreras somehow gets around Hunter and then makes a feet-first slide towards the sidewall to make the grab. One down in the 9th inning. I hate that because Ozzie's had good numbers in his career versus Chapman, 2 for 3. There's another guy who's got some numbers against him, Matt Olson. Matt takes a first pitch strike. Olson in his career versus Aroldis Chapman is 2 for 6 with a homer, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. He did not face Chapman last night. Left on left matchup. 0-1 a strike. 0-2. Need a base runner to bring the winning run to the plate. Trailing 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th. Olson requests time. Backs out of there. Austin Riley is on deck. He is 0 for 1 with 3 walks in his career versus Chapman. So to give you an idea of what they've done against this lefty. Chapman's 0-2. Olson with a towering fly deep down the right field line towards the foul pole, and it's a foul ball. Man, hit it a mile high, just couldn't keep it fair.
It's amazing how the hitters know. As soon as Matt hit that ball, you could see the look on his face knowing it was going to be foul. And he knew immediately. He caught it just a touch too early.
0-2. Chapman brings it. Olson rockets one right to the shortstop Monasterio, who makes a chest-high catch for the second out. Boy, it gave him a good trip to the plate. Just missed the homer and then crushed it, but directly to the shortstop. And the Braves down to their final out. Austin is 0 for 3 tonight. He's 1 for 7 in the series. Trying to keep the Braves alive in the bottom of the 9th. Riley takes a fastball in on his hands. That sizzled in there at 98. Chop and the chant echoing around the ballpark. Riley steadies the bat, staring down this left-hander Chapman. And a 1-0 pitch on the way. Riley a check swing, and he did not go. They won an appeal, and then finally Nick Lentz appeals to Hunter Wendelstedt, and Hunter says he didn't go. Mentioned that Riley's drawn 3 walks versus Chapman in his career. And keep the team alive, Mauricio Dubon is on deck. 2-0 pitch. Riley fouls it back. Got a fastball, but just under it. 2-1. Austin readjusts those red and white batting gloves. You can imagine in his mind recounting what he's seen and trying to anticipate what to expect right here. Count at 2 balls and a strike. Chapman set. Southpaw fires. Riley with a ground ball to short. Monasterio has it. He throws to first base. It's a high throw, and it gets away from Contreras, and the game continues. That almost rolled into the camera well. Contreras to the top of his leap. Got leather on it, but couldn't squeeze it. And then it landed behind him in foul ground and trickled over there to the edge of the camera well. Didn't fall in. And now Dubon comes to the plate. And they'll send out Mateo to pinch run for Riley. So the Red Sox blink defensively. It's an E6. And the tying run is at first, and the winning run comes to the plate. We've played 45 games this season, and this club has already given you so many incredible moments already. Are we about to see one right here? Well, they have another miracle up their sleeve. About to find out. Dubon is 0 for 3 in his career versus Chapman with a strikeout. So Mateo pinch running at first base. A lot of room down that left field line. I mean, a ton of room. So 2 down for Dubon, lefty-righty matchup. First pitch, taken high. This with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
Aroldis Chapman does not hold runners very well. So if Mateo gets it in his mind he wants to go, he's got a good shot here. Chapman also has a high leg kick, so slower to the plate.
Throw over to first base. He's back in standing. Mauricio's a hero Wednesday night with a late home run versus the Cubs. Hit that 2-run homer in the 8th inning on Wednesday. Ball and no strikes. Here it comes. High it outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Mauricio, trying to make him pay for that error. Braves down to their final out, trailing by a run in the bottom of the 9th. Pickoff over to first base. And he's back in standing, so there's 2 disengagements now. Meanwhile, Dubon calmly digging into the right-hand batter's box. Hitters count. 2 balls, no strikes. There goes Mateo. Pitches high. Throw down by Gasper. Head first slide. He's safe. And the tying run is at second base with 2 down. That was a bang-bang play, and Mateo just did get in there.
Again, the Braves bench showing off, showing their skills. I mean, the man's on the team for various reasons, but one of them is because of his wheels.
Now a base hit can tie the game. Dubon slightly open stance in the right-hand batter's box. Mauricio will be followed by Michael Harris. 3-0 pitch. High ball 4. So the winning run is at first base. Braves giving Chapman a headache here in the 9th inning. So is his shortstop after the error continues the inning. But an error, a steal, and a walk. And now a base hit from Harris could tie it. You got really good wheels out there in Mateo and Dubon. First pitch to Michael. And a ball outside. Michael 0 for 3 tonight. 1 for 7 in the series. Waiting on the 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Up and in. Almost hit him with a fastball. Michael is 1 for 5 in his career with a double versus Aroldis Chapman. Boy, that just missed hitting the excess material of the torso of his jersey. Runners ready to take off. 2-0. Inside ball 3. And his catcher, Mickey Gasper, pounding the mitt, trying to get Chapman back in line. Saying, come on, let's get this thing done.
Ever since that era at shortstop, he's had some really bad misses.
Chapman covering his right ear with his glove to hear the pitch comm device. And the 3-0 pitch. Low ball 4. What do we have here? The bases are loaded. 2 down now. And Ha-Sung Kim, who scored the winning run last night, will climb in a base hit away from at least tying the game. So now the bat in the hands of Kim. Meanwhile, pitching coach Andrew Bailey out there just spilling secrets into his players' ears. They're trying to find one out somewhere. So now Kim, a base hit away from at least tying this thing. And, folks, all this just came up out of thin air. It was 2 quick outs. And then it looked like the game was about to end as Riley grounded a ball to short, and an overthrow by Monasterio keep the inning alive, and then back-to-back walks. Base hit can win it. First pitch to Kim. And a called strike. This sellout crowd on their feet, ready to go bonkers with a base hit. Kim is 1 for 2 in his career with a walk versus Chapman. Oh, 1. Sent foul into the third deck. Good catch made by a fan down there, but the Braves down to their final strike. Chapman, one of the greatest closers the game has seen. And the Braves trying to stun him here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Loaded with 2 down. Mateo takes a big running jump off the third, goes halfway. And Chapman just steps off the rubber. He's a left-hander, so is Mateo running behind his back. 0-2 on Kim. Tying run at third, winning run at second, time called. And now Nick Lentz hollered out there at Chapman.
He's telling him it's 2 disengagements. Chapman just stepped off again, so 2 disengagements now.
He's ready, comes set. 0-2 on the way. Swung on, it hits up of Chapman, rolls away. Chapman has it, throws to first, and the game is over. They get him by a step. How in the world did he make that play? That was a rocket right off of Chapman that went off of his leg, rolled halfway between the mound and first. He darted off the mound, got to it, threw to first, and somehow got Kim. I got to be honest with you, Darren, when it came off of Chapman, I thought for sure everyone was going to be safe. Somehow he made the play.
Yeah, well, we talked about how good a shape he's been in, and those muscles paid off. That's incredible.
That was a one-hopper off his feet, knocked him down to the seat of his pants, and he got up, got to it. A lot of times when it ricochets off a pitcher, you don't know where it is, but Chapman able to find it immediately and somehow made a miraculous play to end this game and win it for the Red Sox. Unreal. Well, the Braves made a hard charge, but the Red Sox hold on by their fingernails and even up this series at a game apiece. For the Braves in the ninth, no runs, no hits, an error, and 3 left. Final score, Red Sox 3, Braves 2. Back with the totals after this.
How cool are deals on the whole Toyota lineup at the Summer Starts Here sales event? Cooler than your kid calling you cool and meaning it. Yeah, that cool. Summer has never been cooler. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $289 a month for 36 months. Offer valid through June 1st, 2026. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $42.88 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, Braves fans. Spring and warm weather are officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow Exterminators protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Atlanta Braves, so you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or